1 p.m.
1 p.m.
1 p.m. No other than Terrelong. Hard working Terrelong. 1 p.m. Just come out early. Me tell the place. Come out Girl Park early. Come out Independence City early. Come out Newland early. Come out Soapborough early. Come out Pines early. We'll make it be 1 p.m.
All right, sir.
Get the hard work in Terrelong.
All right, sir.
MP. MP, I'll push it, and my council I'll push it too. You understand it? 1 p.m. Portmore. For sure. Portmore for sure. Is that it? Yeah, man. 1 p.m., man. 1 p.m., 1 p.m.
All right, so thank you so much, sir, for coming up. Right, so yeah, 1 p.m., 1 p.m., never
1 p.m., 1 Terrelong, man.
Yeah,
nobody
man,
else but Terrelong.
All right.
Yes.
What's that, Scooby?
Yes, I'm here.
How you doing, sir? Where are you calling from?
You can take me down, neighbor.
Toronto, Canada.
You're calling from Toronto, Canada.
Yes.
So tell us what is your take on things now?
Well, I'm gonna tell you about Toronto first. If there was an election between a JLP and a PNP in Canada, JLP would win by a landslide already.
Wow. All right.
The people here, we see what's going on and we appreciate what the government is doing. I'm telling you, it's like Jamaicans, they cannot see what's happening around them, or they fail to acknowledge what's happening. There's a significant change in Jamaica right now. And I can tell you this, a lot of people here is planning to go back to Jamaica because they think that right at this moment, they would make it more than they are making it in Canada right now.
Okay. I believe you, sir. I believe you.
You can talk to other people.
No, I believe you. I live in the United States, sir. And when you say that, I believe you. I believe you. Yes.
So my point is, Andrew Holness shouldn't be fighting to win an election. There's no point in doing that. It shouldn't be that way, based on the tremendous work that he's doing, the way the economy is moving. But as you say, a king never gets his crown in his own town, you know?
Right.
We see what's going on and we acknowledge, and we are saying that JLP is the party to take this, to take Jamaica forward.
Thank you, sir. What's your final word for the people listening, sir?
My final word is vote for the future, not for a party.
What time is it, sir?
1 p.m.
1 p.m. Have a good night and thank you so much for calling.
No problem. You're welcome.
Gustav. One slowly. Vote for slowly. Gustav.
You spoke on about.
Alright. MPC 208. What time of day it is?
No time again.
Say again. MPC 2208.
Yeah.
Good night, sir.
But me find two places.
Good night, sir. You're live on Politics Plus. Good night, sir. You're live on Politics Plus. All right, neighbor, we have to take that one down. Eva bless.
Ever blessed. Good night, neighbor. Good night, Barry. Good night to all my laborites. I'm calling from studying St. James. Oma Davis seat, 1 p.m. and we're ready to go.
Oma Davis, 1 p.m.
Yes.
Ready to go.
Ready to go. And I'm an indoor agent tomorrow.
You're an indoor agent. So
yes, I am.
So you got your documentation and your folders.
Everything from everything. Last night we have a little thing out there and we're ready.
Yes, you're ready.
Tell me something, Ever Blessed.
Yes,
the forecast puts that seat as a going to be a pretty marginal. With Homer barely edging it. Is that the feeling on the ground there among laborites that it's going to be a challenge?
No, it's not going to be a challenge because we used to this. We used to PNP have this seat. Remember, I call you, I think it's last week about this neighbor. Remember, PNP have the seat for 32 years. And no, them never did nothing. Mr. Davis make road. People change. People are changing from PNP to labor rights. in this seat, so we are confident. We down here is very confident that Mr. Davis is going to win his seat.
Yeah, Nick, Miss Burchell has gotten some attention though. What is that about?
That lady try to put me run her from here yesterday, literally. Because she come into the community. She keep on coming in, keep on. And no care we tell them say we know. She and Popcorn come one evening, break down the posters in a Mr. Davis area. Popcorn,
what is Popcorn?
Popcorn, the artist. Break down the posters.
The DJ neighbor from St. Thomas.
Last week, because I'm in the
group.
group.
That is a Popcorn.
Popcorn.
I don't know Popcorn.
You know Popcorn? Well, him and them break down because they are so intimidated of us. Them break down all Mr. Davis posters them. Majority of them last week, Thursday. I think it's Thursday or Friday because he takes us in the group. But we not fear them. Because we know that this seat is coming home to Mr. Davis tomorrow.
And the Jamaica Labour Party, right?
And the Jamaica Labour Party.
So tell us. What's the vibes like from the young people in the constituency?
Listen, the young people, them ready. I have about my house. About 5. I mean, just from when me they train them how to put the X beside the bell and how to make it. Because listen, we don't want to spoil ballot. Because I work about 4 elections now. So we just teach the young people them how to put the X beside the bell. Just look at the bell and where to put it. Don't look at nothing else. Just where the bell there. So we are teach them. You understand, Barry? So we have we get them and we sit them down and teach them.
There'll be a monkey party.
We are teach them.
There'll be a monkey.
There will be a what?
You know what was taking place earlier, ever blessed?
No, what was taking place earlier?
As on call for newbie Warren newbie a monkey.
Oh yes, I saw it, and then he's saying I read it somewhere. Then he say he never said something like that. But I know the PMP them are so like.
But listen to ever bless. One of Mr. Newbie supporters came up here earlier tonight, and he said history will be created in Clarendon. Only for the very first time they'll send a monkey to Parliament.
I love this son, man. You see her tonight, Barry?
Yes.
You know, say you see to me can believe first they make it X tomorrow,
Yes.
Because every election I make sure say I'm the first person. Nobody else in there can vote before me,
That's
when
right.
I count off my ballot and do everything, I first the vote, And me push my hand way down in the hink,
Yes.
Yes, so when I'm voting first thing tomorrow, I put that X beside that bell. And me tell them, say the first trick them go around in my lane, pick up my mother. And all of my family them in the house. So them will coming out before 12.
So tell me something now. So how happy in terms of Mr. Omar Davis, right? How is he doing? What kind of MP is down there?
Listen, last night is the first I see Mr. Davis talk, and I'm saying to a couple of the girls them what with me here, Mr. D. You can see saying confident. Yeah, man, Mr. D. And we are confident as well because we know he do the work. So it's just us to go out there and do the right thing out there. And we know that the right thing is to put the X beside the bell.
Thank you.
We know that because Omar work.
So
and nobody now they just don't contact where him do them never do nothing for Southern St. James and just go believe that them are gonna come and pack in posters. It's not like that. We are here finding the scenario where we're coming from.
Yes, sir. This is going to be an historic election now.
I'm telling you, I can't feel it right now. I just brush my teeth and get a shower.
And I tell you something, man. I will be there. You know when the members of parliament are going to be signed in now?
No.
We're going to be we are going to be broadcasting live because for the first time in Jamaica's history,
I'm telling you, neighbor, me say me can't. Two of me anxious, me cannot even sleep.
Oh,
I wonder if you get your monkey mask, eh?
I can't sleep, Barry.
I tell you. For the first time in Jamaica's history, a monkey will be elected. Oh, this is
what's your final word for your fellow Jamaicans?
I'm telling my Jamaican people, we all see the work that our MP is doing, our Prime Minister is doing, and we have our children future ahead of us. We have also ours, and I'm just begging you guys to go out and do the right thing. Go out and give Mr. all the MP in your era that second or third chance, and go 1 MP, 1 PM. Go out and make Mr. Oldness get his third term. That's all I'm begging. I'm not even asking you, I'm begging you guys to do the right thing. Go out and vote for the Jamaica Labour Party.
What time is it down there?
1 PM. 1 PM. And then we celebrate early. 1 PM. And then we go celebrate early when we win.
Never
Barry,
never
time to take a break. Time to take a break.
Yes.
Time to take a break and encourage all
thank you guys.
Take care of yourself.
Before we
I'm right
take,
here.
let us see what Gustav is up to, neighbor. As he's been on here for a little bit. Let us see what Gustav is up to. Yes, slowly.
Yeah, we've been waiting on him. Go ahead, Gustav.
All right, no problem. We'll take it down. All right, go to the break, neighbor.
All right.
Gustav is ready.
Yeah, greetings, Barry. Greetings, my neighbor and everybody.
Oh, you sound so down tonight, Gustav. That's not.
No, not sounding down, man. Not sounding down. I'm in a open era and so forth amongst people. So projecting myself.
Okay. Yeah. So tell us what is happening down there.
Okay, well, from what we have gathered here in Northeastern St. Elizabeth, the people are making it clear or have established that they are willing and ready come tomorrow to re-elect Delroy Slowly as Member of Parliament for Northeast St. Elizabeth. I mean, after all, the sentiments are far and wide. They are coming from all quarters. I mean, PMP supporters are just calling a spade and just admitting to the inevitable reality, the undeniable reality. The Member of Parliament has done significantly well in such a short stint for Northeast St. Elizabeth. I mean, it is also unprecedented for any Member of Parliament for Northeastern St. Elizabeth to hit the ground so aggressively in terms of getting a lot done in his or her first term and so forth. So that's just generally for the history of Northeastern St. Elizabeth, who would have experienced previous MPs before, right? But none to the caliber of Delroy Slowly in terms of how hard he would have worked for the people of Northeastern St. Elizabeth. And we understand that there are a lot of issues still faced by the people of Northeastern St. Elizabeth. We're just asking them to exercise their patience because it is clear that the Member of Parliament is not here to sleep on the job. He's here to get the job done. He has started getting the job done, and the intention is to basically continue what we titled Operation Transformation for Northeastern St. Elizabeth, addressing various areas: agriculture, academics, sports, and roads, and generally improvement in terms of providing employment opportunities for people within the constituency. And therefore, we are optimistic that come tomorrow, by 4 p.m., Jamaica will know that it is 1 p.m. and so forth. And that's how we view it here from Northeastern St. Elizabeth. We are positive.
What role are you playing in the election, sir?
Well, I have decided to play an outdoor role in the form of being out here on the battlefield. Yeah,
so
I don't want to be
organized in different parts of the constituency.
I wouldn't go as far as tell you about organizing, but I would say to you is I will be around the constituency, playing my part in terms of drawing out my set of voters, you know what I mean, for the Member of Parliament to guarantee his victory again.
Delroy, you played a major role you have played a major role in terms of being online in this election for Mr. Slowly. And I would say, Delroy, that if Slowly wins, some of the credit should go to you. You a lot of people, when you come up, think that you are the MP, sir. Are you hearing me, sir? No. I think he's gone.
He's in a meeting, neighbor, so
okay.
But he has been around, neighbor, and he has been actually championing the cause of St. Elizabeth, Southeast St. Elizabeth, and Delroy Slowly. And I think he deserves some of the credit for actually putting what is happening out there. Delroy Slowly has done a good job too, in terms of actually getting the work done, cleaning up the town, meeting the people, using his own resources, even before he became a member of parliament. And right now, St. Elizabeth, his town is one of the cleanest towns in Jamaica, neighbor.
Let's take our final break. Take our final break and come right back. Thank you so much.
Alright, guys, remember to top up the live. Top up the live. We're at 520. It would be nice if we could make it 600,000. I mean, give neighbor a record tonight. And continue to send those gifts to neighbor. He's going to be on the road tomorrow. Need some refreshment because he wants to hear what's happening on the road. Jamaican girl, good to see you. No?
Good night. Good night.
All right, give us a minute. We're taking a break. We're coming right back to you.
All right.
All right, we're coming right back. Please remember to tap the screen and share the live, and 24 minutes to go on this show. If you're in the United States and you need to support the program, we have a cash app. You can call this number. Nine five eight 9553. You can send us information on that.
What's the era code, neighbor?
Yes. 876 858 9553. WhatsApp us your information. No leave. Give us another chance, man. So hard to say goodbye. We're not going to say goodbye until 10 o'clock. Man, it's so hard to say goodbye on you, eh? Tap the screen and help us to achieve the final goal before we go at 10 o'clock. Cause I know people see things differently, but that's the thing. This is the final night before the big day. There's no other show. There's no other show before election. All other shows come at election day or after the election. For Chris Mullins, it's hard to say goodbye. There's going to be no other show before the election. I want to say thank you to all my listeners. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Give me another chance. No? Give me another chance. All I think about is you. You and only you, huh? Oh, this is a Cold Heart Redeem at 21 minutes to 10.
You said you would never leave me. As I know and I think I played my part for a very long time to after all the things that I've heard about you. I don't play them no night.
Oh, Chance, you're in Canada. Good night to you.
Leave what I say.
Don't leave me, Chance. Don't leave me. You will not leave me, Chance, will you? Will you? But you can't leave it to Chance. I know you'll take a chance on me every day. Good night to you, Chance.
Give me another chance. It's the right to say goodbye.
Oh my goodness, look at Mandy there. Say good night to my gully. My gully brother say, Greenvale. Oh, in Manchester. Oh.
Say goodbye.
Oh, Jamaica girl, I'm thinking about you even now, eh? You've been with us all through, eh? This is the final show. This is the final show.
You said you would never leave me.
You said you'd never leave me and you in Jamaica, girl. Thank you so much. This is the final show before elections. Tomorrow is September 3rd. Oh, September 3rd. What a day that is going to be in Jamaica. 6 o'clock. My goodness gracious me. Goats are killed tonight for curry goat tomorrow. Remember that the bars are closed. Don't liquor drinking tomorrow. Go out to the polls and vote. Let this be a massive turnout for election day 2025, September 3rd.
I'm not afraid to say I'm sorry.
People are flying in tomorrow morning. People are flying in now. The airports are jam packed. People are coming down to vote. Never seen this in Jamaica before. Ever. Never seen this in Jamaica before, Lucy. Oh my goodness, St. Anne's Bay. All I think about is you, St. Anne's Bay. My goodness, there are girls up in Buff Bay. Oh, what a Buff Bay coming through tonight. Craighead is in Manchester.
Alright, neighbor, somebody wants to find out what time polling station open tomorrow.
7 o'clock in Jamaica, 7 o'clock, get in the line before 6. Yep, as when them say, cop taking off their underpants, you should be up.
Yeah,
The what? The drawers? They put on brief. Huh? 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, all across Jamaica. Your neighbor will be in Manchester tomorrow. Your neighbor will be in Manchester live.
Manchester Christiana active tonight.
Yep. Northwest Manchester, Damian Young. Central Manchester, Rhoda Moy. South Manchester, Ian Hives.
Good night. Can I just say something and leave?
Hold your marks. Yeah, go ahead, ma'am. Go ahead.
Yeah,
sorry about that.
Yes, I'm hearing some disturbing news from this morning. Yeah, are you hearing me?
We are hearing you.
Yeah, yes, I am hearing some disturbing news from this morning. I am from St. Thomas. I am from Eastern St. Thomas, but my vote is in Western St. Thomas. I heard that in Mitchell Charles constituency, PNP are there giving people $50,000 not to vote tomorrow. You hear about that?
We heard about that tonight, man. We heard about that. Hold on.
Yeah.
That's called voter suppression. Voter suppression.
Right. Yeah, PNP. Yeah.
Voter suppression. Well, that report came out on today. Mainstream. But I tell you this, man. I think there's a lot of things that are going to be uncovered, because the onset of media, social media, everybody have phone, man, and can take pictures and all that. Yep, I tell you. But
Yeah.
desperation is setting in, man. But I tell you something. Those persons who intend to vote and those persons who do not intend to vote, let us all get out and vote tomorrow. All right?
Yes, man.
Let us get out and vote. Which constituency are you in,
Yes,
ma'am?
yeah. Western St. Thomas.
Western St.
That's
Thomas.
James
That's,
Robertson, right?
Yeah. James Robertson,
James.
Constituency.
uh-huh.
Yeah. I am from the east, but I'm living in the west. Yeah.
Yeah, that there's a little challenge in Eastern. By the way, let me tell the listeners, when you are watching tomorrow and you see Eastern St. Thomas, Michelle Charles holding on, and when you go across the island, you see Jamaica Davis winning, and then you come into Central Manchester. That's it, ma'am?
Yeah.
All right. Then it's going to be an early night. If when you watch the results tomorrow, you notice that the JLP is doing well in Manchester. The Labour Party is going to win St. Elizabeth, Clarendon. They are winning St. James. Those are not in question. St. Catherine, Kingston, virtually unchanged. Added a seat here or there, toss-up. Go to the either end of the island and watch the seats there. Watch Eastern St. Thomas. If Michelle Charles carries Eastern St. Thomas, the election is going to be over early. If Jamaica Davis is holding on in Hanover, and if the Labour Party wins one of the seats in Westmoreland, then we can stop watching the election. It's over. And I can give you further information that if you jump up to St. Mary and you notice that the Labour Party is taking those two seats, Bobby Monson and Norman Dunn, then you don't have to ask where the election is going. Here, it's a massive landslide for the Labour. As a matter of fact, if the Labour Party wins one seat, you notice that the Labour Party is taking those two seats. Bobby Monson and Norman Dunn. Then you don't have to ask where the election is going. That's possible. It's a massive landslide for the Labour. I hear these predictions. As a matter of fact, by the way, both cases.
Mute that Jesus.
Notice that the Labour Party is go to KC page. The projection is up there. The projection here on Politics Plus is that the Labour Party is going to win a minimum of 40 seats and a maximum of 46.
A 40 seats could be more.
The best that the PNP can do in terms of our forecast is 23 and 16 or 16. As a matter of fact, I'm incorrect. That's 47. So KC is calling it 47-16 in favor of the Jamaica Labour Party. The worst projection from our standpoint here is 40-23. Okay? Now, nationwide is giving the Labour Party a minimum of 37. I don't know how they come to that unless they don't believe in their own poll, which sees the Labour Party up by 13 points. My own view as I go, I have 12 minutes. My own view is that the Jamaica Labour Party are clear favorites to win the election Dr. Campbell from the PNP knows that. Mark Golding knows it. The only question in my mind is, what are the seat projections? So what I'll be watching tomorrow night very carefully, Eastern St. Thomas, Hanover, St. Westmoreland, and St. Mary, and Manchester. If Charles holds on in St. Thomas, if you see Charles losing St. Thomas, then the PNP may have a good one. If you see Tamika Davis holding on in Hanover, the PNP is having a very bad night. Very, very bad. If you see the Labour Party, Danny Lawrence, George Wright, Morland Wilson doing well in Westmoreland, Garfield James doing well in Westmoreland, the PNP is losing the election badly. Okay? And if you see Bobby Montague, Norman Dunn holding on in St. Mary, because for the PNP to win, they must win seats in Westmoreland, maybe sweep St. Mary. They must at least sweep St. Mary. They have to pick up one seat in St. Thomas. They can't beat James, so it has to be Charles. Yes? And in Westmoreland, the PNP's strongest parish, if they are not winning Westmoreland, then you can stop watching the elections. They are over. That's the path to victory for the PNP. My understanding is that the Labour Party would have ticked off 35 seats tonight. That's my understanding. That the Jamaica Labour Party is confident that they have 35 safe seats. Now remember that you need 32. The Jamaica Labour Party's projection, that's my understanding, is in line with our own, which gives the Jamaica Labour Party 30. Let me see the information here. Give me a second. Give me a second, listeners. Just give me a second. Let me see if I can come up with this.
Back it up, just come near me now. Me have something me want share it now. It might look spooky and scary. Like I'm staring now. No illusion, no fearing now. Just take me magic one and disappearing now. Reaching climax is failing now. We don't care if the neighbor them want here we now. Forever in your arms, forever I will be. Forever making love, make sweet love to me. Forever in my heart, I'll take you everywhere. Forever.
We have them at 32. There are at least 32 seats the Labour Party cannot lose. Well, you win 32, you win the election. So I don't know where some people get their forecast and their numbers, but I'm confident that our numbers will hold tomorrow.
And then here nights I come to the window. Forever in your arms, forever I will be. Forever making love, make sweet love to me. Forever in my heart, like that. All I'm thinking about is you. No one else you. Love you like that. I'm not afraid to say I'm sorry. Not afraid to say I'm sad. But we gotta move on. Yeah. Whoa. Oh baby, why won't you let me back into paradise? Your memories forever in my life. All I think about is you, you and only you, my baby. Love you like that. All I think about is you. No one else can do. My baby.
The big formula.
Never give you another minute or a chance for you to hurt me. Say you're sorry, say you love me and change your mind again. Yeah, no more tears, no more crying, waiting around for things to get out of me. Don't believe me, watch me leave and hear me when I say, baby, things change. Sunrise, this is the last time, the very last time I made up my mind. Oh yeah, baby.
All right, let's go back to this. On that, come here. This is it. All right, this is that. Close that. All right, so here we are, guys. Let me just give you a little bit of insight into what is happening here. So this is Hanover Western. Our projection is that the PNP is going to take that. This is Hanover Eastern. Dave Brown is up against Andrea Perkis. Our projection is that Jamaica Labour Party will take that. We are over here in St. James Southern. Homer Davis, he's going up against Nikisha Burchell. The projection is that a close seat, but Homer will take that. That's St. James East Central, Edmund Bartlett, Rochelle Reed Knott. The results there are clear. It's going to go to the Jamaica Labour Party. That is St. James Central, Janice Allen, Heroy Clark, safe JLP seat. Over here is St. James Northwestern, Horace Chang, Alan Bernard. Horace Chang is to take that. St. James West Central, a little closer, Marlene Malahoo Fort. She's going up against the university lecturer, Andre Horton, calling that for the Jamaica Labour Party. Let's go to Trelawney. Northern, Tova Hamilton, Kenneth McNeil. A bit of a battleground here. We call that for the Labour Party. Here is Southern, based on Blue Dot. Trelawney is leaning heavily to the Labour Party with about 64% support. Paul Patmore, Marissa Dalrymple Philibert, the Labour Party will win that. Here is St. Anne. Let's start with St. Anne or come back here. Northeastern. Shahini Robinson's old seat. Matthew Samuda, Ryan Simpson, going to Labour. St. Anne Northwestern, strong competition there from Gabriella Morris, up against Crystal Lee, the incumbent. Crystal Lee has the advantage. Watch this one. This one here, Xavier Main, up against Danishka Williams. Mainland, that should be clear Labour win. The Labour Party should take St. Anne 3-1. although this one here, St. Ann Northwestern, watch that one. Come over here. This is St. Mary. This is St. Mary Western. This is where Bobby Montague is. He's up against Omar Woodbine. There's a UIC candidate there also. Chase Neal. Omar Woodbine from the People's National Party. He's going to suffer a defeat. Bobby is winning this by 10%. This is St. Mary's Central. Dr. Maurice Guy was the former member of parliament. Rena Rose, JPP, Nathaniel Mirage of the people of the Jamaica Labour Party up against Omar Newell of the PNP. The projection is that the PNP will win St. Mary's Central. Then we are over here in St. Mary's Southeastern, where Dr. Dunn, he's the incumbent, going up against Christopher Brown of the People's National Party. There's a candidate there from the JPP, Mark Hutchinson. This one here, though a little close, projected to go to the Jamaica Labour Party. Here is Portland. This is where Vaz is, Weston. This is where Anne-Marie is. Let's do Anne-Marie. She is up against Isaac Buchanan and Tracy and Gillespie Harris of the JPP. This is Vazland, Portland. The Labour Party is expected to retain these two seats with Darrell in Weston and Anne-Marie in Eastern. Jump down here, this is St. Thomas. This is where the Labour Party did a lot of work, including the urban center. That's St. Thomas Eastern. Very, very tight. Michelle Charles in a political fight over there. She's going up against Yvonne Shaw, former member of the Jamaica Labour Party. Claudius Wong, independent candidate. Jovian Blair of the JPP. This one is too close to call. We're calling this one for the People's National Party. This is going to be a flip for the People's National Party. Here is where I'm telling you that if Charles is winning here in Eastern Hanover, if you see Charles holding on there, then you know the Labour Party is having a fantastic night. This is James Robertson. Yep. James Robertson. Yep. Carleen Affleck, JPP. Hubert Williams of the People's National Party. James is going to win that. Let's jump over here to Westmoreland. Well, let's go up to Hanover. In Eastern Hanover, Dave Brown, Jordan Cunningham of the UIC, Craig Eubanks, JPP, Andrea Perkis of the People's National Party. This seat will be retained by the Labour Party. That's the projection. This one here is Western. This seat here, we are suggesting is the weakest seat for the Labour Party at this time in the island, on the island, this one. And we are not giving it to the party. We're not projecting Tamika to carry this tomorrow at all. We think that this one will be flipped by the PNP. So in Hanover, it's 1-1, according to KC. This is Westmoreland. There are 3 seats here in Westmoreland. This here is where Garfield James is, former Member of Parliament is Moreland Wilson. Garfield is running against Ian Hales. Yes, the man who said saltfish is over $900 a pound and a boom costs $400. Well, he's expected to lose against James. Quite a battleground seat there, though. We are watching this one. We're edging this to Garfield. James of the Jamaica Labour Party. Bertrand Madden of the JPP, he's going to lose his deposit. Bilbert James of the Independent Party, he's going to lose his deposit also. They will not factor in the election. This is Central Westmoreland. Very, very interesting. As a matter of fact, the strongest seat in Westmoreland for the Jamaica Labour Party. Kathleen Greenwood of the JPP, she'll lose her deposit. Dwayne Vaz of the People's National Party. George Wright, Jamaica Labour Party. And Don Foote, an independent candidate. George Wright is going to win this for the Labour Party. Central Westmoreland will not flip. This is a safe, almost a safe Labour Party seat. Look at this now. This is where Mr. Patterson came out to endorse this candidate here. Look at Westmoreland. There are 6 candidates running in Westmoreland. This is where Dr. Campbell is. Hale M. Cujo, he's independent. Let's go back to Westmoreland. Let's see if we can all right, let's see if we can put this over here. Okay, that's it. Westmoreland, Eastern. Look at the amount of candidates in this race. Barry.
Come in, neighbor.
You see, there seems to be something at play here in Westmoreland. There are 6 candidates running in this seat. What's happening there, Sir Barry? Why are there so many candidates here?
Yes, neighbor.
I'm taking a look at Westmoreland Eastern. Why are there so many people running in this seat?
Neighbor, I think it is an orchestrated effort to ensure that Dayton Campbell does not win that seat, neighbor.
Yes, that's what I think too.
Yeah, I think three of the men running are PNP former PNP supporters.
Yes.
Yes.
We have not given this seat to the PNP. We feel that Daniel Lawrence is going to retain this one for the Jamaica Labour Party. This is St. Elizabeth. This is the Weathervane seat. Weathervane, St. Elizabeth Southwestern. Miranda Wellington for the PNP. She's running against Floyd Green, the Agriculture Minister for the Jamaica Labour Party. We see Floyd Green winning this by 10 or so points. Patricia Scarlett for the PNP, running against Andrew Morris for the JLP, former seat represented by Joseph Witter. No, is Witter Barry? Frank Witter?
Yes,
not
Franklin Witter, neighbor.
Franklin Witter? No, yes. Franklin Witter is in Southern. Franklin Witter is actually in Southern. J.C. Hutchinson.
Oh, you mean the former J.C. Hutchinson seat?
Yes, that's it. That's the safest seat, Elizabeth.
Yes, neighbor. As a school principal, I don't recall his name right now, neighbor. But I know it's a school form.
Yes, Andrew Morris.
Andrew Morris, yes.
Andrew Morris. The Labour Party will retain this one easy. Labour Party winning all of these 3 seats here. Northwestern, Southwestern, and Southeastern. This one here is a little closer. This is where Julika Jess of the PNP
Slowly.
Delroy slowly. This one here is a little closer. KC has leaned it to the Labour Party, and so he has said that St. Elizabeth is 4-0. This is Manchester. Let's do Northwestern. Michael Phillips. He's running against the job boss, Damian Young of the Jamaica Labour Party. Tertia Stewart Angus of the JPP. She's going to lose her deposit. This is going to be a flip, I'm told, for the Jamaica Labour Party. Casey is suggesting that Damian Young is going to beat Michael Phillips tomorrow at the polls. This is where Audrey Marks is, Manchester North Eastern. She's running against Ballington Wint of the People's National Party and Clive Warren of the JPP. That one is going to Labour. Manchester Central. Epic battle here. Rhoda Moy, Crawford, Donovan Mitchell of the People's National Party. This one, Barry, is going to be very interesting. The projection is that Rhoda will get a second term. Manchester Southern. Peter Bunting of the People's National Party. Ian Hives of the Jamaica Labour Party. Karen Scott of the JPP. Shockingly, Casey is suggesting that Ives is going to beat Bunting and the JLP is taking Manchester 4-0. Goodness gracious me. What an election tomorrow. This is Clarendon. Strong parish for the Jamaica Labour Party. This is where Pernell Charles is. Very large seat. Safe Labour Party seat. This is a safe PNP seat. Clarendon Southwestern. Robert Chin, who was over here in Manchester Southern, he has shifted to Clarendon Northern. We are not seeing him winning this at all. This will retain by the People's National Party. That's where Robert Luton Cousins of the People's National Party. Here is where Mike Henry old seat, Central Clarendon. The Labour Party had a hell of a meeting there last night. Safe Labour Party seat. This one too is safe Labour. Morgan, Robert, he's running against Andre Dixon of the People's National Party and Joy Johnson Rowe of the JPP. The projection is that Robert Morgan will win that by more than 7 points. Now these seats here, this one here and this one here. Now here is where history will be created. You want to call that one, Barry? Clarendon Northwestern?
That is, who are those again? Swaby? Newbie, and Azon. I'm calling it for Newbie.
Yes. Well, this is where history will be created. The first monkey. Sorry.
First monkey.
The first
that will be in Parliament.
Monkey seat. It's a monkey seat. I tell you, yes, fascinating stuff. Wavell Hines over in Northern Clarendon against Dwight Siblis. We call that for Wavell Hines. And this is St. Catherine. Damian Crawford against Newton Amos. I need a break. I'm coming right back, listeners. Coming right back.
Neighbor, we have 1,000+ people on the live, neighbor, and we can't reach 600,000 likes.
Well, you're gonna have to tell them to
right. So people, please tap up. Use your fingers. Tap up the live. You're getting good stuff on here and Politics Plus, nowhere else in Jamaica are you getting this kind of information. So I'm asking you to tap up the live so you can continue to get this information. Also, please send some gifts to neighbor. You will be on the road tomorrow to give your ball by ball commentary as to how it will unfold tomorrow. You will get to see polling station and the number of people in line to vote, which will give you an idea as to where the polls will go tomorrow. So I'm suggesting that you top up the live so that neighbor can get a little refreshment while he's on the road. Send a little gift here and there. Very good. Thank you so much. Money gun, money gun.
Yes, sir. Well, we're going to be, oh, well, thank you for that. Thank you for that. We are going to go into St. Catherine soon. Listeners, we are on a little bit of a break here. It's your time to tap up the screen, share the live, and support the work that we do here on Politics Plus. Let's stay in St. Catherine. This is the KC forecast. Damian Crawford up against Newton Amos. This is Amos's third attempt to win St. Catherine Northwestern. Let me see if I can just stabilize this camera so that we can give us a minute here. Coming right. Let us stabilize the camera and get right back to you. Okay? Coming right. All right, so we are trying to see if we can just give the listeners a better view of what is happening on the screen here. Okay, let's see if we can give them a better view of this. All right, so here we are. We're not in St. Anne. We want to go to St. Catherine. St. Catherine, yes. St. Catherine Northwestern. That's where Crawford is, and we're projecting that Crawford will take that. So sad that Newton.
Hey neighbor, neighbor, you know we have some very good listeners, you know, neighbor.
Yes.
In less than 2 minutes they gave us 50,000 likes, you know, neighbor. I wonder if they can give us 1 million likes tonight.
It will be fantastic.
It will be fantastic, neighbor. Let's use your fingers and see if we can get to 1 million likes. Give Politics Plus 1 million likes tonight. Let's see if we can get there. That would be very good. First in Jamaica.
First show in Jamaica to get 1 million?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Listeners, go and talk to them, Barry. I'm going to try and switch the screen so that I can give them a better view.
So this kind of information you're getting here, guys, is not available anywhere else. On any lives across Jamaica. And you come right here night after night. All we ask you to do is to tap up the live with your fingers and keep your fingers busy. It's good for your health. And also send us some gifts, send us some rolls, send us some money guns, some lions. Because like I said, tomorrow when you come here, it's going to be Politics Plus, ball by ball commentary of politics right here on Politics Plus. You get to see the polling station, the number of people in line. You get to see the people out there on the road. You get to see what activity is going on. And you'll get to be able to test the temperature of the politics tomorrow so you can set your heart at ease. So please top up the live. Give us, let us see if we can get to 1 million likes tonight. It's free. And so give us also some gifts. Because neighbor is going to be on the road tomorrow. I assume Casey's going to be out there with him too. You know, so. It was very, very good information tonight. We get to talk to quite a few people tonight and see what is happening right across the constituencies in Jamaica, neighbor.
Yes. It was fantastic. That's true.
Fantastic, yes.
Really, really good. So we're coming back with the information for St. Catherine. and Kingston. Just hold on there, listeners. Give us a chance. We're trying to switch the screens to give you a better view of what is happening here. Give us a second there. Go ahead, Barry.
Yes, Nick. Yes. So when we look, we would have inspired our people, would have motivated our people, and tonight a lot more people are going out there with confidence tomorrow to cast their vote. They are going out early, and we are trying to get this over by 1 p.m. tomorrow. And I see you have gotten us up to 700,000 likes. You are doing so well. I mean, I'm so proud of you guys. Very, very proud of you. I mean, let us see if we can take this up to the million tonight before we close the show. It would be very, very good. Your Politics Plus, your neighbor, live. And so, ball by ball commentary tomorrow. And from we get started in the polling, the starter polls until close the poll, and then we come right back here in the afternoon to give you the analysis and watch for the results. So we have a live results show here tomorrow night, to give you the live results from the election day, starting at 5 p.m. tomorrow at close of polls. So we are going to be on the road tomorrow, showing you what's happening in the polling stations. You could get to test the temperature to see who is doing better, who is going to the polls early. And then when we are finished on the road tomorrow, we come back here in the afternoon at close of polls to look and give you the results live here on Politics Plus. And then you will get to say that you and your Politics Plus and your neighbor was able to call the election right on the money. So continue to tap up the live, continue to send your gifts. Very, very, very good listeners you are. I must commend you for the work that you have done tonight and the contribution that you have made and the likes that you have sent to Politics Plus.
All right, Barry. Thank you so much for that. Let's see if we can get the camera open back here. Let's see if we can get the camera. All right, here we are. So here we are, listeners. No, that's not good. That's not good. All right, that's better. Okay, so here we are at St. Catherine. Yeah, and we are saying that is Crawford, Newton Amos. We're not giving that to the party. This here is Carencia Morrison in St. Catherine Northeastern. Carencia is going to win. Here is St. Catherine North Central, Neil Powell, Natalie Nita Garvey. We give that to the People's National Party. This is St. Catherine West Central, Chris Tufton. He's up against Loxley Francis for the People's National Party. Tufton is not even campaigning over there. He's going to win. Here is St. Catherine South Central, safe Labour Party seat, Andrew Wheatley. He's going up against Lincoln Hall, JPP, and Kurt O. Matthews of the People's National Party. No, let's stay in St. Catherine. Here is St. Catherine Southwestern, Dr. Wall, Kurt Wall of the People's National Party, up against Clifford Warmington of the Labour Party. That's a seat given to the Labour Party. We're saying Warmington will win. Here is okay, Central St. Catherine is right here. Safe Labour Party seat. That's where the party was on Sunday night. Babsy Grange, safe Labour Party. Here is St. Catherine Eastern. That's Joyce Daly, Dwight Pecco, of the Jamaica Labour Party, Joyce Daly will win that for the People's National Party. Here is St. Catherine. Dennis is Joyce Daly, yeah? Here is St. Catherine Southern. This is where Barry has a lot of hope that Dobney is going to pull that off. We don't see it. We think that Fitzjackson will be returned. This is where Terrelong is, Orlando Terrelong, being challenged by Raymond Price. We don't think that Price is going to make it. He's going to pay the price here. Terrelong is going to win. This one here is very, very close. Robert Miller against Alfred Dawes. Ding dong battle here in Southeast St. Catherine. We give the edge to Robert Miller. We think Dawes is going to suffer a defeat here. This is St. Are we done with St. Catherine? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, Carencia Morris is up here. She's winning that. All right, so this is Kingston. Juliet Cuthbert Flynn, St. Andrew West Rural, Safe Labour Party. This is St. Andrew North Western. Dwayne Simmet of the Labour Party. This is a seat that was occupied by the former minister.
Former Minister of Finance, and before him was Dwayne Smith's father.
Derek Smith.
Smith, yes.
Yes, Safe Labour Party seat. This is the seat that we are watching, St. Andrew East Central, where Davian Vassell, he's running against Dennis Gordon for the People's National Party. We lean this one to Gordon. This is St. Andrew Southwestern, Angela Brown Burke. You know where that is going to go. Here is yep, this one here. This one here in West Central is where the Prime Minister is. St. Andrew West Central, Paul Buchanan. He's running against the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister is going to win that quite easily. This is
Neighbor,
Andrew North.
Neighbor, 1 second, neighbor. Let me just. Our people are doing so well, neighbor, in terms of liking the show. We're up to 800,000 likes, neighbor. It would be so nice if we could get that other 200,000 before you go tonight. So I'm just asking you to continue to tap up the live, guys. You are doing exceptionally well. Continue, neighbor.
Thank you so much. This is where the Prime Minister is, St. Andrew North Central. No, not the Prime Minister. We moved on from that. This is where Delano Seavright. This is where Carl Samuda was. Now Delano Seavright is there. The JLP will win that. This is Delroy Chuck going up against Stacey Knight, the daughter of KD Knight. Chuck will retain this. Here is where Patricia Duncan Sutherland is now, up against the Finance Minister, Favour William. Yep, she's going to suffer another electoral defeat. Duncan Sutherland. I wonder where she's going to move to next, Carl.
I think she's going home to take care of grandchildren, neighbor.
Yeah, she will not win. She will not win there. This is where Omar Frit is. Now, this one is very interesting. Many persons are suggesting that Frit is strong, but we have given that to Julian Robinson.
Robinson, right.
This is Kingston East and Port Royal, safe PNP seat. This is West Kingston, Desmond McKenzie. This is Central Kingston. This is very interesting, listeners, because KC has flipped that to the People's National Party. So
Central Kingston.
Central
That's a
Kingston.
pipe dream, though. That's a pipe dream, though, neighbor. I mean, but we're working with Casey's thing, but it is one of those seats that is up for grabs.
I'm giving them what he has.
Right.
Correct. And so, listeners, if we look at the map, I don't know if you were checking with me. Let's see if we can do this for you again. This is Hanover Western, PNP. Write it down. That's Eastern Hanover, JLP. That's Southern St. James, JLP. That's East Central St. James, JLP. Central St. James, JLP. St. James Northwestern, JLP. This is where Marilyn Malahoo Fort is, JLP. This is Southern, JLP. That's 5 in St. James and 1 in Hanover. That's 6. This is Trelawney Southern, Paul Patmore, Marissa Dalrymple Philibert. 2-0 in Trelawney. Although this one here, Southern, is you have to watch that one. Not as safe as this. Although when you look at Blue Dot, Barry, Blue Dot is giving the Labour Party a 64% favorability in Trelawney. Not likely to lose from there.
From there, yes. No. Tova Hamilton is doing exceptionally well down there. And Marissa Dalrymple Philibert.
Yes. Here is where Crystal Lee is. Crystal Lee for the Jamaica Labour Party. She's up against Gabriella Morris of the
So we're now in St. Anne, but we're now in St. Anne, right?
We're now in St. Anne. All right. This one here, Barry. This one here in St. Anne is pretty tight, but KC leans it to the Labour Party.
Jamaica Party, right?
This is mainland where Xavier is. Yes. He's winning that, eh? This is St. Anne Southeastern. Kenneth Russell for the PNP.
Against Adrian Peart, so
yes.
So you have lean that one for the PNP, neighbor.
Lean that one for the PNP. Yes. And of course this one is an easy win for the Jamaica Labour Party, St. Anne Northeastern, where Matthew Samuda is. Now this is interesting, Barry, this parish here of St. Mary. This is Bobby Montague's seat. He's running against Omar Woodbine. Bobby has recovered. He's going to win comfortably. Central St. Mary, there was hope there that the Labour Party could pick that up. Casey says no. The PNP will hold on to Central. This is Dr. Dunn. I'm hearing that there are a little bit of problems here, but that Dunn should eventually hold on. And of course, the Labour Party retains 2 in St. Mary, the PNP 1. Right. This is Portland. Yep. Portland, there'll be no change there in Portland. This is Western Portland. And this is Eastern Portland. Anne-Marie Vaz, Dwayne Vaz, the Jamaica Labour Party is taking Portland 2-0. Barry, we are doing well on the tops. Let's go to the million.
Yep. Yeah, man. Yeah. We need to get to the million. We just need another 100,000 Ks and we will be at the million. But we still need some gift, guys. Send up some money gun, send up some lions, send up some donuts, send up some rose, send up some stuff. We still need those, because we said neighbor going out tomorrow and we need those. So we're almost at the million. I tell you, you are the best listeners anybody could have on their program.
Fantastic stuff.
Exceptionally well, yes.
Fantastic stuff. Here we are now in St. Thomas. Now, this is interesting, listeners. I tell you, we call it as we see it based on the information I'm getting. the PNP is flipping St. Thomas Eastern. Yep, Michelle Charles is not projected to carry this one. And this is what I'm saying to you now, that that tomorrow, if you see Charles hanging on to St. Thomas Eastern, then you know that the Labour Party is having a better night than is expected. But we do not have Michelle Charles winning St. Thomas Eastern. I know that breaks a lot of Labour rights hearts, but I'm telling you why with the information that I get. My understanding is that there is a little bit of a challenge in terms of her personality. Don't want to say much on that, but this is a pickup for the PNP. St. Thomas Eastern to return to the PNP. This is St. Thomas Western. James Robertson always hangs on for the Labour Party. St. Thomas is 1-1. Let's jump over. We went to St. Catherine already.
Let's go into Kingston, neighbor.
We did that already, man.
Oh, we did that. We did Kingston already.
Yeah, so we're in Clarendon. Here it's Clarendon. Here is Clarendon, guys. This here is where Pernell Charles is. Pernell Charles Jr. Okay, let's see if we can stabilize this camera. We have to be working with the technology here. Pernell Charles. Who is that? Who is that he's running against?
Cleon Barneswell. Cian Barneswell.
Oh, Barneswell. Okay. Not a chance for Barneswell there. Charles will retain that. This is Central Clarendon. Delroy Williams will win this one for the Labour Party. Safe Labour Party seat. This is Clarendon Southwestern. PNP should keep that one. Strong support there for the People's National Party. They shift Robert Chin over there. We don't think he's going to make it. This is where the former Minister of Education, now Minister of Works, is Robert Morgan. He's winning that. These seats here on the northern belt of Clarendon are closer. This one here is where the former West Indies opener, Wavell Hines, is up against Dwight Sibley's of the Jamaica Labour Party. I see Hines running quite an effective campaign there, and he has attracted much support over there in northern Clarendon. KC is suggesting that Sibley's will eventually pull through and win this one. This seat here is northwestern Clarendon, where Richard Azan is running against Warren Newby. Newby replaced what was the name of the former member of parliament there, sir? Henriquez.
Philip Henriquez. Yeah. Philip Henriquez, yes.
Philip Henriquez. History will be created here. Casey suggesting that
the first monkey will be in parliament.
First monkey is a monkey constituency. Barry, I think we could push and just get to the million and then we go to Manchester.
We're almost there, neighbor. I mean, we're almost there, but I would love to see, neighbor. We're up to 1,700 people on the live now, neighbor. I mean, I think this is probably one of your biggest lives in recent times.
I think
1,700 people on the live, and we're getting close 15,000 more likes, and we will be at the million. Just keep tapping your fingers, send those gifts, send those donuts, send those rose, send those key rings, and you send them all over. Your neighbor is going on the road tomorrow, and we need that support. We're up to 1,800 people now here on the live, neighbor, and that is a record. I mean, it's doing exceptionally well tonight. This forecast, neighbor, and telling the people is what they really want to hear, and they're excited about the fact that Jamaica Labour Party is winning this one. And
yeah, Well, it's not even what they want to hear, so it's
Neighbor,
based on the research we have.
We have good news for you. We're up to the 1 million likes. Wow.
Well,
Up to the 1 million likes, neighbor.
Fantastic.
1 million
1
likes.
million likes. This is
Yes.
a record, eh?
It's a record, neighbor. Record.
Yeah.
No?
Well,
Beautiful.
we want to thank the listeners now.
Oh, yes.
Want to thank the listeners.
Very, very good listeners, neighbor. And they are still sending in their gifts, and we really appreciate the gifts that they are sending over here, neighbor. We really do.
Yes. Yes. All right. So we are now in Manchester.
For those
now,
of you who have not yet, like the live or support the live or join the live, please follow neighbor. Click a follow. I mean, we'd love to have you coming back time after time when we join the live. You can get the notification and just follow, so that when tomorrow come and we come on, the notification will come to you, so you know that neighbor is on, to show you what is happening right across Jamaica at the different polling stations, so you can test, you can see for yourself what is happening. And I'm sure you want to see, especially for those people who won't be actually on the ground. So when you go vote tomorrow and you want to know what is happening in Manchester, you'll be able to see it, or what is happening in St. Elizabeth, you'll get a first-hand look as to what is happening in those constituencies. So continue to tap up the live, continue to send your gifts. We really appreciate them. And I must say, neighbor, you have the best listeners. You have the best listeners, neighbor.
Well, thank you, listeners. Thank you. Thank you, Casey, for providing us this information. The forecast is on Casey's page. We will post it tomorrow so that the listeners can follow. This is our first forecast in a general election. And this is the work we have done over the last 6 months. This is Manchester North Eastern. Audrey Marks, Clive Warren, Valentin Wint of the People's National Party. Audrey Marks is to win this for the Labour Party. This seat here is a former seat that Audley Shaw had. Audrey Marks, late entry into the race, but man, Casey, has she energized the people of Manchester?
And not only she has energized her own constituency, your neighbor, she has energized the entire constituency, the entire parish of Manchester.
And I think it was quite strategic sending her there.
Because she brought with her neighbor some really big wigs. If you notice, you'll see the likes of Danville Walker down in Manchester, going from places to places, Arbin Hill and those people, neighbor. It is indeed a big wig place, neighbor, and it is hard for the PNP to actually win this one.
Yes. Well, it's actually breaking news in Manchester, listeners, because this here is where Michael Phillips would have this. The Labour Party won the seat in 1980 and again in 1983 with Stafford Horton. They haven't won it since that, you know, Barry.
And I remember 83 wasn't a contested election, neighbor, so they have only it has only been lost one time.
Yeah. Now it's about to fall into Labour Party's camp once again. What an amazing news this is for Damien Young. What would be amazing for him? Huh?
He would deserve it, neighbor, because guess what? He has gone into that constituency and he would have given his all to that constituency, neighbor. He helped the young people. He did what the member of parliament should have been doing in the constituency. And he is not the person who collect government resources. He did not have custody of the government resources. And he would have gone out on his own. He would have gone to the different government agency, gone to all of the people in Jamaica who can do something. And he would have brought back the assistance to the people of the constituency. And the people love him, neighbor, and they are going to reward him handsomely for it.
Well, this is fantastic. This is great breaking news here, that the projection is that Damien Young is going to win Northwest Manchester. All the people who were there in Northwest Manchester, the projection is that Young is going to beat Phillips in Manchester Northwestern. So that's 2-0 for the Labour Party so far in Manchester. Here now is Central Manchester. Rhoda Moy Crawford, I saw her tonight talking to her constituents, encourage them to go to vote. This is going to be a close one to watch tomorrow. One Barry that you can't take your eyes off, but with all that is happening in the country, the wholeness factor, the whole matter of the minimum wage,
and the quality of the candidate, neighbor. That is opposing Rhoda Moy Crawford. Neighbor, I've seen this man and I've heard about him. I've never heard him speak, and I heard him in an interview, neighbor. And I am a school teacher, and the interview that he was doing, neighbor, my kids who are actually remedial kids would never be answering the questions the way he did. And I was so disappointed in the fact that somebody of that intellect could be elevated to the position of mayor. I think it was, neighbor, it was disastrous.
Oh,
I'm not sure if you saw the interview I'm talking about, neighbor.
No, I didn't see it at all. But the projection is that Rhoda is going to carry Central Manchester. I visited Central Manchester a number of times, Barry, and I must tell you, the work of Rhoda Moy is obvious in Central Manchester. Everywhere that you go in Central Manchester, you know, sir, there's a highway, the Winston Jones Highway.
Yes, I know it.
Yes, sir. And I've always wondered, why can't they fix this road? It's so terrible when you drive on Winston Jones Highway. I was surprised, actually shocked, when I went to Mandeville last week, and the Winston Jones Highway is now under repair. Congratulations, Rhoda. When you drive through Grey Ground, my goodness, that girl is really doing a fantastic job over there in Central Manchester. She should win tomorrow, Barry.
Yes, a good turn, neighbor, a good turn deserves another. Neighbor, this is a young, bright young lady who's coming from very humble beginnings, neighbor. She actually went and she was a giant killer in terms of removing one of the richest men in Jamaica from that constituency, neighbor. And she has gone in there, and I heard when she went in there, she would have gotten 3 years of constituency development fund that was not touched by the former MP, who was Mr. Peter Bunting. Right, and she would have used those money to her advantage, neighbor. In addition to that, she got all the resources that she could get from government, and she spent it in her constituency, and she has earned the trust and love of the people of Manchester Central. And neighbor, a good turn deserves another, and guess what, neighbor? I think the people of Central Manchester will reward Rhoda Moy Crawford in terms of giving her back another term in that constituency to continue the work that she has been doing in that constituency.
Well, I want to be very unbiased here. Manchester is a place that I travel to a lot of time, and I can tell you that this young woman is a member of parliament many would want to have. She's fantastic, Barry.
Yes, neighbor. And for a young lady, neighbor, who has given her heart and soul. Neighbor, when you look at this young lady, she's on every construction site. She's on every water truck that is going to the community, neighbor, to show the people that, listen to me, while I'm your member of parliament, I care and I want to see you get the services that you deserve. I may not be able to do the things the way I would love to do it, but this is what the resources allow me to do. And guess what? I'm giving it to you, and I'm giving it to you with pride and passion.
Yeah, right? The projection is that Rhoda is going to carry Manchester. I see a projection that suggests that she has made up grounds in Belfield and will be winning all the other divisions in Manchester. Congratulations, Rhoda. You should be returning tomorrow. Here is Southern Manchester, the final one. I was shocked last week when Casey told me that Bunting is not going to win this.
Yes, neighbor. Ian Ives, neighbor, who took over from Robert Chin after the members, after the delegates in the Labour Party delegates voted against Robert Chin and elected Ian Ives. I myself was not necessarily was wondering what is happening because I never heard of this ear knives. But based on what I have been told in later neighbor, he's from a place called Alligator Pond, which is a PMP with a PMP Bastion down in South Manchester. And the people in that part of the constituency, they love him so much. And they are going to be supporting him wholeheartedly. And if Bunting can't take that part of the constituency, he can't win the constituency, neighbor. And
yeah, well, this one here is a close one. It is just because we have to make the call, we are making it for Ives. But I want the listeners to understand that there is a margin of error of 3%, which if it goes the other way, could see this one here not going as we have projected. But as of tonight, this seat here is being projected for the Jamaica Labour Party, which sees the Jamaica Labour Party sweeping Manchester 4-0. The Labour Party now has, they have 3 seats in Manchester, but this one here, you see Casey, I'm calling you Casey. This one here, you see Barry, is going to be big tomorrow in terms of political news. But this young man here, Barry, I think no one works as hard as he as a candidate, Barry.
And he's a school teacher, neighbor, who has actually set up his own business, left teaching, given his life to community service, neighbor. His business is community service. His life is community service, neighbor. And this man loves the people and the people love him, neighbor. And guess what? I honestly think that when you do good by the people will reward you well. And I think that is what will happen tomorrow. It would be a shame, neighbor, if they do not make Damian Young the member of parliament for that constituency. Because he has proven to the people of Northwest Manchester that I am here. I lost the election, you didn't support me. I am going to stay with you for the next 5 years. And he stayed with them, neighbor. He give them all what he could. And so
my understanding, Barry, is that the PNP has sent people over here to look and to comment in the box that Old Hope Road is have this live on big screen watching. Well, good night, Old Hope Road. I welcome you. This is Casey's
We
forecast.
welcome them, neighbor, because neighbor, based on my understanding, there are a lot of people, neighbor. I understand that there's a shortage of toilet paper in the supermarkets in Jamaica.
Well, I don't know about that. I'm just hearing that a lot of them have been sent to here to watch it, and they are disheartened. But I want them to understand that this is Casey is our forecaster. This is the information he has given to me. So, comrades, that is what I am reporting. All right, don't get angry. So take it easy. Some water.
Neighbor, at this point in the day, neighbor, I mean, there's absolutely nothing more that can happen. You know? I mean, when the people decide to go vote tomorrow morning, because you can't campaign again, you can't do no advertisement again. So all you have to just depend on is that you organize the people and get out the people and get them to vote. And as far as I'm concerned, the Jamaica Labour Party machinery is actually very well oiled. And is in good shape, in much better shape than the PNP's machinery. And so tomorrow we will see what happens at the end of the day.
Well, the PNP people are using all type of language inside here. I don't know why. Comrades, when you are here, behave yourselves, okay? Behave yourselves. I am only reporting what I got, okay? I am the reporter, not the forecaster. All right, let me continue. We are now in St. Elizabeth, Barry, and the forecaster is projecting 4-0 in St. Elizabeth. What do you think about that?
Well, neighbor, St. Elizabeth has been doing very well for the Jamaica Labour Party. And the agriculture minister is down there, and you know, we call St. Elizabeth the breadbasket parish of Jamaica. And if you notice what has been happening, they have been supporting the farmers down there in St. Elizabeth, neighbor. Water, they have been irrigating arable lands for the farmers. The farmers are getting support.
Incidentally, Barry, there are 3,000. Hold on, Barry. There are 3,000 people watching on the For You. 3,000.
Right.
Are you hearing me?
So a lot of people have not come. I hear you, neighbor, and a lot of people have not come up here, neighbor.
No,
So we have 4,700 people watching us now, neighbor.
4,000 people watching us at this time, Barry.
Yes.
My goodness.
So I'm saying to you,
is you the like, you know, Barry? Is you the like?
No, it's you, neighbor.
I don't know if Barry is you. Whenever you are here, you draw the crowd, man.
I don't know that, neighbor. But
anyway,
you have built a name for yourself. Well, you have built a name for yourself, neighbor.
Anyway, this is what he's saying to me, so that it is a 4-0 thrashing of the PNP tomorrow in St. Elizabeth. You know, Barry, these 3 seats here in St. Elizabeth are strong Labour Party seats. No question about that. St. Elizabeth, Northwestern, the strongest of them. Old JC Hutchinson seat, he never lost at any time. This one here, though, Barry, the weather vane seat of St. Elizabeth Southwestern, the Labour Party is going to win this one easily.
That's Franklin with and the mayor of Spanish Town, neighbor, right?
Yes.
That neighbor, I let me tell you something. The people of St. Elizabeth would be what should I say? When you'd have taken a man who was presided over the dirtiest town in Jamaica and send him to neighbor, I am from Spanish Town. Yes, and that is the dirtiest town in Jamaica, neighbor. There's absolutely nothing that has been done to Spanish Town in the last probably 5 or so years that this man has been the mayor of Spanish Town. And neighbor, you would have taken him up and send him to St. Elizabeth. The St. Elizabeth people say we are clean people. We have the cleanest towns in Jamaica. We don't need a man like that down here.
Wow.
So they are going to trash him nicely and send him back to Spanish Town.
Yes. What is surprising to me, Barry, is that I'm not surprised that the Labour Party is winning these 3 seats, but I am surprised. Well, not surprised. I'm surprised that slowly is hanging on in St. Elizabeth Northeastern.
And neighbor, Slowly is a very good MP, you know. You'd love to have an MP like Slowly, you know. I don't remember, Slowly's town, neighbor, is one of the cleanest towns in Jamaica right now, you know. He has made it one of his priority, you know, to clean up his town, you know, neighbor. And even before he was member of parliament,
what is the town here? Which of the town is that? Black River?
I think it's Black River, neighbor, yes. And and based on my understanding, neighbor, he has done a very good job. I've seen him on Facebook cleaning drains even before he was member of parliament, using his own truck. I think he's an hardware merchant, neighbor.
Yes.
And he was using his materials from his own hardware before he became a member of parliament to fix some of these drains and clean up roadsides. And you had a lot of young people who were out there supporting him, cleaning up the place, neighbor. And they rewarded him for the work that he was doing.
I understand. Santa Cruz are not Black River. Santa Cruz, they're saying Santa Cruz.
Yes. Right. Santa Cruz. So I'm not sure which town, neighbor, but I've been watching him on Facebook. And neighbor, the people rewarded him for the job that he did before he became a member of parliament. And since he became a member of parliament, neighbor, you would have actually 4-fold or 5-fold the amount of work that he has been doing in that constituency now that he has gotten the resources from government, you know. So I think the people
my understanding is that they have sent words to the Prime Minister about the forecast. Wow.
Yes. You know, so neighbor, we are excited about what is going to happen tomorrow. I'm very excited, neighbor.
So that's 4-0.
Yes. We're up 1.1 million views. Likes continue to tap the likes, guys. Because guess what? I am camping out tonight. I mean, I have work tomorrow morning at 5, but guess what?
I'm not camping out with you, Barry.
Well, I am going to be here, neighbor. I'll be at work, you know, but guess what? I have my JLP shirt, my JLP armbands, right? and I will be.
Uh-huh.
Yes, no. So.
Well, Barry, that's 4-0. That's 4-0 in St. Elizabeth. And then in Westmoreland, Barry, in Westmoreland is where it is very, very interesting. And I tell you, very interesting for the People's National Party. Look at that, listeners. Look at Eastern Westmoreland. Look at how many candidates are running there. Do you see Dayton Campbell's name? This has to be a record, Barry. 6 candidates running for one seat. How could this be?
And neighbor, guess what? I think of the 6 candidates, 4 of them used to be PNP in a neighbor. Dayton Campbell and 3 others. Right. And
this is why the former Prime Minister had to come out.
Yes, it is an
Is Mr. Patterson running? Mr. Patterson running there?
I guess so.
But I saw him campaigning. Is Mr. Patterson a candidate?
Wow. I guess so. Neighbor, let me tell you this.
Barry and neighbor, not to butt in, but this would be very interesting because this would be the second time, if my memory serves me right, this would be the second time various PNP candidates would split votes from Mr. Campbell, if that is to be tomorrow.
Yes.
Because in his first constituency,
all of these people have been nominated. All of these people have been nominated. Hale M. Cujo, Dalton Allen, Winston Wright, Dayton Campbell, Derek Robinson, and Danny Lawrence. Wow.
Now, neighbor, I heard the former member of parliament, Luther Buchanan, who came out and he said that it is no secret that he is not supporting Dayton Campbell, and it's not because he has anything personal against Dayton Campbell. But if Dayton Campbell could have left St. Ann, where he lost his hometown, where he was beaten by 2,000 votes, to come take out a man who lost by 11 votes, right? And put himself there, then he could not support a position like that. And as such, he will not be supporting Mr. Campbell. It's the first time as a PNP will not be voting. And
well, Casey's calling this for Danny Lawrence. The forecast is that Dayton Campbell will not win Westmoreland Eastern, and that Danny Lawrence of the Jamaica Labour Party is going to retain this seat and will return for his second term.
If the nomination day crowds are anything to go by, it is a foregone conclusion.
Well, yes. Danny Lawrence is projected to win. The forecast is that he's going to win, and that Dayton Campbell is going to suffer a humiliating defeat in Westmoreland Eastern.
He deserves to be defeated because he was the orchestrator of the campaign against the Prime Minister.
Well,
and God knows love ugly neighbor, and we want to send him a strong message. Neighbor, I've been saying to you for the longest while, you know. It's only a fool that does the same thing the same way and expect a different result. They beat the Prime Minister in his house. They beat him on his house and they lost the election big time. They are now back again to beat the Prime Minister and a few little dollars that he and his wife work hard for. And they are going to give him a bigger backside this time. Give them a bigger backside this time. So the Prime Minister needs to sit down pretty and tomorrow get himself a nice, cool bottle of what's the name of the tequila the lady said she's going to bring for your neighbor?
I don't remember, sir.
But the Prime Minister would need a drink of that because he needs to get stiff.
He needs to get stiff.
He needs to get stiff.
Because Juliet can handle that, man.
Of course she can handle that.
Yes, she can. Well, here is Central Westmoreland, Barry. The strongest Labour Party seat in Westmoreland. They should win that easily.
Yeah, George Wright, neighbor, has taken a beating from that allegations, and he has come back. And based on what I understand, while he was out there and they were ridiculing him, he was out in his constituency, meeting his people, working for his people. And based on my understanding, neighbor, even if he ran, even if the JLP didn't accept him, he would have been victorious. And
as an independent,
based on my understanding down in Westmoreland, he's a very good MP neighbor, and he has a good team working with him. And I expect him to come through with flying colors. Daryl Vaz, Dwayne Vaz is not well liked because he was the member of parliament, a young man, former co-worker of mine with the SDC, and he was thrown out unceremoniously by the people for George Wright, and George Wright took the seat, and guess what? He's not going to get it back again, neighbor. And for my understanding, nobody's going to take it from George Wright unless he wants to give it up. I see Danfoot is a former turncoat Labour right wants to run in. Is it?
An attorney? He's an attorney, no?
Yes. He's an attorney.
He's been all over the place. He's been all over the place.
Yes. So neighbor, I doubt he lose, like you always say, he's gonna lose his I
think maybe by the end of this election, he's gonna be done hand. He's gonna lose his foot.
Yeah, he's gonna lose his foot. Yeah.
Yes, he will not be done foot anymore. Mr. Foot, why he's been all over the place?
Yeah.
Wow.
Neighbor, he has become such a pariah in the space, neighbor. People don't even like to see him anymore, neighbor, or even hear the name.
Yeah, sometimes these people just don't know why they keep doing this. Yeah. Anyway, the final seat in Westmoreland is very, very tight. The Labour Party had to change their candidate over here. But my understanding is that Ian Hales will not prevail, sir. Casey suggesting that Garfield James is going to win a close one here against Ian Hales. It's 3-0 in Westmoreland for the Jamaica Labour Party.
And neighbor, if I say something on that, neighbor, Garfield James and Ian Miles, who are Garfield James is Ian Miles' principal, right? They work at the same institution. They both left the People's National Party, and they were serving councillors in the People's National Party. They cross the floor, neighbor, go to the JLP, and they run their respective divisions for the Jamaica Labour Party and won. And they are both working in the same constituency. I understand that Ian Miles is the campaign manager of Garfield James. And neighbor, they are running a phenomenal campaign in that seat. And James said he does not know how to lose, and I believe him. Because if he ran as a PMP in a PMP Bastion constituency and won, and then he left, went to the Jamaica Labour Party and won the seat for the Jamaica Labour Party. He comes to you and he said, listen, I don't know how to lose. Believe him, because he has done it on both sides of the fence. So guess what?
And these are both former PNP councillors, eh?
Both former PNP councillors, and they are in the same constituency, neighbor.
And they have come together.
They have come together. One is the campaign manager and one is the campaign candidate, right? And so they are working together, and they are both co-workers. They work in the same institution, I understand, right? One is the principal, one is a work experience coordinator. And so, neighbor, they are going to be doing. Neighbor, you see a school principal, don't underestimate a school principal, you know, who actually is running his constituency, you know.
All right, Tari?
Yes.
Tari, you there? Okay, so Tari, just let me go across the island now, and you write down the figures for me, so you can tell the listeners. I have the notes here, but you can do. So Hanover is 1-1.
Right.
1-1. St. James is 5-0.
Right, clean sweep.
Trelawney 2-0.
Yes, in favor of the JLP. Mm-hmm.
St. Anne 3-1.
Mm-hmm. Yes, neighbor, that's correct.
Hold on there, Barry. Hold on there, Tari. I'm getting a call. My phone is
All right, listeners, whilst we're waiting on neighbors, you would have known we are essentially going through the prediction of the forecast provided by KC, a member of the Politics Plus team, the best, I would say, team that you will find here on social media, here on TikTok. There's no other show like this. Yes. So far we are essentially just going back over the parishes to give you the final count of what we have thus far. And remember that this is a forecast. This is not the final count. The election is tomorrow, right? And as such, labor rights, if you want the victory that I'm currently seeing on my screen, then you have to go out and vote. Comrades, if you want to at least get a sizable amount, you have to go out and vote. Yes.
All right, I'm sorry. In the meantime, I'm just gonna ask the viewers to continue to top up the live. We're at 1.1 million likes. We appreciate the way that you have topped up the live. But if you could just top it up, it would be nice to get to 1.5 million before we come off tonight. And continue to send your gifts. We appreciate what you have been doing so far tonight. You have been an excellent audience. And we try to provide for you with the best possible information there is. And so continue to top up the live, continue to work your fingers, and continue to send your gifts. We really appreciate it. I must also remind you that tomorrow Neighbor is going to be on the road, and he will be providing you with some live shots of what the road look like and people going to the different polling stations. He may be able to show you some crowds, some lines that are running around the polling station, because the JLP supporters are going to be going out there very early, because until Thursday, there's no other time in Jamaica. Until Thursday, it's going to be 1 p.m. And after Thursday, it is going to still be 1 p.m. Right? So, guys, you know what we're talking about. So make sure you get up early, go vote, and continue to top up the live. Continue to send your gifts, because you're coming right back here tomorrow after 5 o'clock, where we'll give you the live count from the electoral office tomorrow, right here on Politics Plus.
Yes. And listeners, of course, as you know, outside of the general election tomorrow, please do be reminded that we have local government by-elections in how much, Barry? 4 divisions?
In 3 divisions, I think. Yes.
Okay. So that should be Chancery Hall, Olympic Gardens, and Denham Town.
Denham Town, yes.
Right, because I believe for Seaveright Gardens, Delroy
Fedamap is playing it very safe, you know.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
All right, we're in saying no Tari.
Yes, neighbor, we are.
3-1. 3-1 for the Labour Party.
Yes.
St. Mary, 2-1.
Mm-hmm.
Portland,
Right.
is 2-0.
Yes, that's correct.
St. Thomas is 1-1.
Yes, neighbor.
All right, so we're going to leave out Kingston and St. Andrew and St. Catherine. What I want you to do is, I'm going to give you the seats that are going to be flipped there. As a matter of fact, only one seat will change, and that's Central Kingston. Put that in the PNP column.
Yes.
All right. Things remain the same. Things remain the same here. No change, except Central Kingston. Come over to Clarendon.
Should be 5-1.
5-1. Manchester. Four nil.
Yep.
St. Elizabeth.
4-0.
4-0. Westmoreland. 3-love.
Yep.
You have it?
Yes, neighbor. Whilst you were giving the seats and calling the respective seats, I was using the prediction map here on Jamaica Observer. So I have the colored version with the numbers here.
You can put that up?
Yeah, man, I can do that.
All right, let me see that.
Okay. All right. You seen it, neighbor?
Have you put them in for me?
Yes, neighbor.
All right. Go. You're putting Kingston, you're putting Central Kingston on the PNP's column?
Yeah, man, this would be Central Kingston, right? Where is it? Right here.
Why are some of these greens showing leaning?
A lighter green color? Leaning, right? Because you have identified some
take
of them as
take us
leaning.
across the island now and give us the final seat count.
All right, listeners. So we start with Hanover. So in Hanover, it's, you want me to just give the general count, neighbor?
Go ahead, man. No, not the general count. Just go across the islands.
All right, so in Hanover, it's 1-1 in Hanover Western. We know that this is Tamika Davis versus Heather Miller Bennett, and we are projecting lean PNP for Hanover Western. For Hanover Eastern, right here, Dave Hume Brown versus Andrea Perkis. We're projecting a win for the Jamaica Labour Party there. We then move to St. James. In St. James Southern,
change that to leaning. Change Southern to leaning. Yes.
Leaning, okay. All right. So that one is leaning JLP. In St. James West Central, that's Marlene Malahoo Fort versus Dr. Andre Hartnell, projecting a JLP win. There, that's Edmund Bartlett versus the PNP's Rochelle Reed Knott. We're projecting a win for the Jamaica Labour Party there as well. In St. James Central, the JLP's Heroy Clark against, I'm not sure the PNP candidate here, but we're projecting that to return as well to the Jamaica Labour Party. For St. James Northwestern, the JLP's National Security Minister, Dr. Horace Chang, will be up against the PNP's Alan Bernard, and we're projecting that to safely return to the Jamaica Labour Party. In Trelawney, we start with Trelawney Northern. Topher Hamilton will be going up against former Member of Parliament, the PNP's Wickham McNeil, and we are projecting that to be leaning to the Jamaica Labour Party. So Topher will slightly win that seat. And
yes.
Mama D. Safe JLP. Mama D will retain Trelawney Southern. She will be defeating the PNP's Paul Patmore, right? You were saying something about Northern, neighbor?
Yes, I'm saying that it is leaning JLP, but it's not safe.
Oh, it's not. Okay, yeah, man, of course. All righty. We go over to St. Anne. In St. Anne Northwestern, the JLP's Crystal Lee will be going up against the PNP's not Senator, my apologies, Gabriela Morris.
Yes, and she has run a good campaign, Tari. Yes. She's gonna do well.
She will do well. However, our projection here has this seat to lean to the Jamaica Labour Party. Going over to St. and Northeastern, that's the JLP's Matthew Samuda versus the PNP's Ryan Simpson. For those of you who don't know, Ryan Simpson used to be a member of the Jamaica Labour Party.
Can you stop this from moving, Tari? Or you holding the phone?
Project better now?
Yeah, it's moving up and down. I don't know if that's because you're holding it, eh?
Yeah, it's because I'm holding it, neighbor.
Okay, I get it. No problem. Yeah.
All right, so we are projecting this seat to return to the Jamaica Labour Party. Matthew Samuda will retain his seat here, the water boss, as some know him as. In St. Anne Southwestern, the JLP's Xavier Main will be going up against the PNP's Danishka Williams, and we are projecting this to return back to Xavier Main. In St. Russell, he would have replaced, of course, as you would have known, Lisa Hanna, and we are closely watching this seat. We have projected it as a lean to the People's National Party. Now, over to St. Mary. In St. Mary Western, as you would have known, some of us would have understood that for some time Bobby would have been underwater, but he has clearly overcome that. We are projecting that Mr. Montague will retain his seat and will return back to Gordon House, defeating the PNP's Omar Woodbine. In St. Mary, with their candidate Omar Newell. Omar Newell would have replaced Dr. Maurice Guy. I know a lot of labor were hopeful that Nathaniel Maraj, or Jamar as he's known by some, would have
a little bit of challenge with
in St. Mary Southeastern. You hearing me, neighbor?
I am hearing you, yes.
Okay, in St. Mary Southeastern.
Yes, let that one lean JLP, please, Tari.
All right,
yes.
No problem. St. Mary Southeastern, the JLP is Dr. Norman Dunn will be going up against the PNP's Christopher Brown. And here it is seen where the seat has been projected to lean to the Jamaica Labour Party. Neighbor was saying that he understood that there's some problem. There was a bit of some rumblings where Dr. Dunn was concerned, but he should be able to cling on to that seat come tomorrow night. Going over to Portland, otherwise known as Vasland, we are Western and Portland Eastern. We'll return to the Jamaica Labour Party, to Daryl Vaz and Anne-Marie Vaz, respectively. They will both defeat in Portland Western. Mr. Vaz will defeat the PNP's Doreen Forbes Campbell, whilst in Portland Eastern, the JLP's Anne-Marie Vaz will defeat the PNP's Isat Buchanan. Now in St. Thomas, this is interesting for some. In St. Thomas Eastern, in case you would have projected that that seat will flip to the People's National Party and that Miss Yvonne Rosemary Shaw will be defeating the JLP's Michelle Charles. As you know, Miss Charles would have only won the seat back in 2020. Some would have seen it as a revenge in some sorts, as her father would have once been in that seat. Going to St. Thomas Western, however, the JLP's James Robertson is expected to hold on to that seat, defeating the PNP's Hubert Williams. We're now in Kingston and St. Andrew. In Kingston and St. Andrew, let's start with St. Andrew East Rural.
Sorry, hold a second for me. Just saying to the people, 1.7 million people, since we're still here, can you take us to 1.2 million likes? We are 1.1 plus. It would be very nice if we go up to 1.2 million. Politics Plus giving you all the juicy information, and continue to send us your gift. And like I said to you, neighbor is on the road. We'll be on the road tomorrow to provide you with some live shots of what's happening on the road. So I want you to send him some gifts so that he can actually buy some drinks and get a little lunch while he's doing it. I know it's not cheap to buy some gas in Jamaica, so send him a little thing so that when he's on the road he can refresh himself. All right, and top up the live so we can get to 1.2 million. And if you have not yet followed neighbor, please go ahead and follow neighbor so that when he is live on, it will send the information out to you so you can join him. So for those of you who have not yet followed neighbor, please go ahead and follow neighbor. And I'm also asking those people in the comments, please be civil. We entertain you, so we're asking that you use, you'll be very decent when you come up here and don't use any profanities in the live. Thank you, Tari.
Yes, thank you so much, Barry. So, as said before, we are now in Kingston and St. Andrew. In Kingston and St. Andrew, let's start with St. Andrew East Rural. Now, in St. Andrew East Rural, the JLP's Juliet Holness, of course, that's the First Lady herself, wife of the Prime Minister, is expected to retain this seat. She will be defeating the PNP's Patrick Peter King up there in East Rural, St. Andrew. We're moving over to West Rural, depicted by number 43 here. In St. Andrew West Rural, the JLP's Juliet Cuthbert Flynn is expected to defeat the PNP's Joanne Gordon Webley. Listeners, if you would have noted, Joanne Gordon Webley was formerly a member of the Jamaica Labour Party until she joined the People's National Party around 2016, or a bit earlier than that, if I should say. She would have went up against Juliet Holness in the 2020 general election and lost. And now it seems that she's headed for another loss here in the neighboring constituency of St. Andrew West Rural. All right, going over here now to give the wider view now. So number 56, that is St. Andrew Eastern. St. Andrew Eastern, it's expected that the JLP's Faithful Williams will retain this seat. The finance minister, in a fairly marginal seat, some will say, but she's expected to defeat the PNP's Patricia Duncan. So is expected to defeat the PNP's Stacey Knight. In St. Andrew North Central, the JLP's Delano Seavright is expected to defeat the PNP's Christopher Henry. And in St. Andrew North Western, the JLP's Dwayne Smith, yes, is expected to defeat the PNP candidate up there in Northwestern. I believe it's Ethne Miller Simpson up there in Northwestern. Going over to St. Andrew Western, the PNP's Anthony Hilton is expected to this seat. He will be returning to Gordon House.
Sorry?
Yes.
Yes, neighbor? Yes.
I don't know, you're breaking up though.
Yeah. He's over by the quarter.
I'm breaking up, neighbor?
Neighbor.
Yeah. You're breaking up.
Yes. That seat, neighbor, West is one of those seats that I hopes for, because the numbers for the last election was very good, and if we had a good candidate in there who actually had money to spend, it would have been a much different picture. And this time we have a young lawyer in there. I hope he's getting some traction. And the margin of victory for that constituency is going to be not the same that we saw it the last time around for anybody who win that seat.
Yeah.
It's going to be much less.
Neighbor, do I sound better?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Or it's still okay? All right, lovely.
You're good.
All right. Okay, so we would have declared, well, not declared, but projected that for Mr. Anthony Hilton. He's going up against the JLP's Corey Dunkley, by the way, another attorney at law. We move over to St. Andrew West Rural, the Prime Minister's constituency. This is expected to retain or to remain with the boss, Paul Buchanan, if I remember. Yes. Moving over to St. Andrew East Central, this is one of the leaning seats of the People's National Party. One to watch come election night. It's projected that the PNP is
Dennis Gordon.
Remind me of his name again, neighbor. Dennis Gordon, thank you. Dennis Gordon, it's projected that he will defeat. The JLP is Davian Vasso. Davian Vasso being a young candidate himself, some of you know him as the TikTok lawyer. It's expected that he will not be winning this seat here. But one to watch on election night where the numbers are concerned. As you know, Jody Mary would have one of the
and then Tari
that you could say there's dwindling PNP support.
Yeah, I've known Tari. Peter Phillips wanted to leave the political arena for a long time. Because you know he was diagnosed with a terminal illness, and I mean still had to stick around only because they could not afford to have a by-election in that seat. And that is why Peter Phillips stayed in politics. So let us see what happens. I honestly believe that this seat can be flipped, but let us wait on the day and see what happens on the day.
Yes. We move northeastern, where the PNP's Julian Robinson is expected to defeat the JLP's Kevin.
Is it Kevin?
I know, taken out Mr. Robinson. Yeah. Yes, brother.
Yeah. So Frit.
Yeah, many of us.
Yeah, that seat, Tari, is also an interesting seat to watch. It's gonna be a very closely contested seat. So the possibility exists that it may go either way because of what I'm hearing on the ground. Frit is making some traction, and there's an incident that took place there some time ago that is causing a stir in the constituency. I don't know if fences were mended after the fact, but that seat is one seat to watch on election night.
Yes. All right, moving now to St. Andrew Southwestern. This seat shall return to Angela Brown Burke. I don't know if I need to say anything else about that. St. Andrew Southern, we know that will return as well to Mark Jefferson Golding. Moving to Kingston, we are in Kingston Western, where it is projected that Kingston Western will return to the Jamaica Labour Party, and the JLP's Desmond Mackenzie will defeat the PNP's Joseph Whittle. Kingston Eastern and Port Royal expected to return to Philip Paulwell of the People's National Party, defeating the JLP's Reverend Courtney Burnett. Kingston Central may be the most interesting one here. It was forecasted where Kingston Central will flip to the People's National Party, and Steve McGregor, it is forecasted that of the People's National Party will defeat the JLP's Donovan Williams. This is one seat that should be watched. The last general election 2020, when Donovan Williams was up against Imani Duncan Price, I believe Donovan only won this by 300 votes thereabouts, if I'm not mistaken, Barry.
Donovan Williams, yes, Central, where is Central Kingston, right?
Right.
Yes.
Right. Okay, right.
I was looking for the correct numbers for that.
Well. Yes, please do so.
Yeah.
All right. So whilst I'm waiting on Barry, I'll move over quickly to St. Catherine.
Yeah.
So number 49 is St. Catherine Southeast, where we are projecting that it is leaning to the Jamaica Labour Party in the form of Robert Big Rob Miller, and we're projecting that he will defeat the PNP's Dr. Alfred Dawes. As you would have known, Dr. Dawes would have been seeking to become Minister of Health in the new cabinet being formed. Well, in the cabinet that would have been formed if the People's National Party wins tomorrow. Number 50 here, St. Catherine East Central. That seat is being projected to remain with the Jamaica Labour Party. The JLP's Alando Terlang will defeat the PNP's Raymond Price. Right here, I guess the price is not right here for East Central, so Alando Terlang will retain his seat. In St. Catherine
That's big
Central,
news.
the
That's
Jamaica
big news.
Labour Party's Babsy Grange. Repeat, neighbor.
It just says it's good
Repeat,
news.
neighbor.
The big news for Big Rob.
Oh.
There was some doubt. There was some
Yes.
doubt earlier here whether or not Big Rob could hold on to that. So that's big news.
That is true. Yes. As I know, some persons were worrying that, because it's historically a PNP seat and there were some other factors. So, yes. So that is surprises here. The seat is expected to remain with Olivia Babsy Grange. Yes. Right. So the rest of St. Catherine is over here. So I'll just go through it quickly. We have St. Catherine Southern. The seat is expected to remain with the PNP's Fitzjackson.
All right. And I tell you, let me say something on that one.
Yes.
Before you go, that seat was won by Fitzjackson by 742 votes. Right? Fitzjackson won the election.
That's the last general election.
The last general election, 742 votes. And he has, as a member of parliament for 40 years, and had to put up 150 billboards, right? In your constituency, 8x4 billboards, to introduce yourself to the people that you are a member of parliament for 40 years. It means that something is happening. So I am counting on Dabney, if not to win that seat, but to reduce the margin significantly. Right? So I'm looking for a flip for that seat. That's one of the seats that I'm counting on to flip.
All right. So listeners, according to you can watch St. Catherine Southern tomorrow night and see what will happen where that seat is concerned. In St. Catherine South Central, no surprises here. Dr. Andrew Wheatley is expected to retain the seat for the Jamaica Labour Party. In St. Catherine Southwestern, same thing, no surprises here. The JLP's Everall Warmington expected to retain the seat as well. In St. Catherine West Central, same thing. Dr. Tufton expected to retain the seat here. In St. Catherine Eastern, the PNP's Joyce Denise Daly is expected to retain the seat for the PNP, defeating the JLP's Dwight Teku.
I want to say something on that seat, though, right? Sorry, that seat is a seat to watch.
Go ahead,
Nobody expect that. And when I tell people that seat is a seat to watch, everybody say, Mike, you're crazy. And I tell you why. One, the gangs are all in prison. Two, Norman Scott is in St. Elizabeth and he is one of the councillors for that seat. And he has to be down there. We have a JLP Twickenham Park division that is a strong JLP division, right? And the last election, we lost that seat by 1,300 votes. And we have a very good councillor caretaker in the seat now, Greendale side. We have Peku and we have Flappy. And if I'm not saying we may flip it, but guess what? The margin of victory, if not flip, is going to be very, very smaller. So that seat is a seat to be watched. And I want everybody will say De La Vega City, Rivoli, yes, De La Vega City and Rivoli I'm talking about. watch that seat
Okay.
carefully on election night.
All right, listeners. So come tomorrow night, St. Catherine Eastern. That's the seat to watch, people. Joyce Denise Daly versus Dwight Peku. That's a seat to watch, listeners. St. Catherine North Central. The PNP is Natalie Nita. Is it Headley or Garvey? I don't want to disrespect.
No, Garvey,
Is it
Garvey,
Headley or Garvey?
Garvey. Nita Garvey.
Garvey, okay. Garvey, my apologies. Nita
Yes.
Garvey, right. Nita Garvey is expected to retain her seat of St. Catherine North Central, defeating the JLP's Neil Powell up there. In St. Catherine North Eastern, no surprises here. The JLP's Carencia Morrison is expected to defeat the PNP's Andrew Higgins. In St. Catherine Northwestern, this seat is being forecasted to lean to the People's National Party. It's being forecasted that the PNP's Damian Crawford is expected to win here and defeat the JLP's Newton Amos. Listeners, I would say this is a seat to watch come election night.
I am putting my pot on the fire for that seat.
Yes.
Yes,
I agree.
I think it's time for,
as you know,
for a flip.
Oh, yes, I do agree as well. As you know, Mr. Amos would have been in this seat since, I believe, when it's not just 2020. Was he there 2016?
2016, yes, he lost. Yes.
Yes. Right. And he has been absent from Parliament for various sessions and absent from the constituency itself, which would have led to the changing candidate from Hugh Graham to Damian Crawford. Mr. Amos, on the other hand, would have been there with the people through and through. In a sense, you could have called him the acting MP. Therefore, given
let me give you some stats on that.
Absence.
Hugh Graham was a councillor for the Loyaldersville division. Loyaldersville division was like going 80% for the PNP whenever you have an election. And Hugh Graham, being one of the wealthiest men in Jamaica, took over from Robert Pickersgill and could only manage to muster 14 votes after the initial count. I mean, means that Amos must have done something really good in that constituency. And I don't see a Damian Crawford outdoing a Hugh Graham because he does not have the resources that Hugh Graham have. And furthermore, Hugh Graham was a councillor in the seat. So Damian coming new, I honestly believe that it is Amos' time.
Yeah, I should think so too, Barry. So I said, listeners, watch St. Catherine North Western come election night. Moving over to Clarendon, we'll start with the northern. As a matter of fact, I'll start with the southern and just go up to the northern part. Clarendon Southeastern, this seat is expected to remain with the Jamaica Labour Party's Pernell Charles Jr. In Clarendon Southwestern, it has been projected that this seat will remain with the PNP's Lothan Cousins. He will be defeating the JLP's Robert Chin. I understand Robert Chin would have been sent here after the leadership race in his former constituency of Manchester Southern.
And he's a giant killer, so I hope that he continues.
It was at some point that
a giant killing act. Yes. Because I understand.
Yes, because it was also my understanding that at some point Mr. Chin was giving Mr. Cousins a run for him money down there.
So
so I heard that
he went into South Manchester like about 2 or 3, 4 weeks before the elections and was able to pull off a win over. And that's a PNP seat formerly held by Quinty Stewart, former JTA president and principal of Porous Eye. And before him was one of the peers who had the seat. So and with him going down there and pulling it off for the JLP, the possibility exists that he can go down into Clarendon there and pull off that seat for the Jamaica Labour Party. Let us see what happens. Because he's a good organizer. Yes, continue.
Yes.
your next member of parliament.
All right. We now go to Clarendon. What is this? Clarendon Central, right? Where Mr. Feder himself, Delroy Williams, expected to retain the seat for the Jamaica Labour Party. Strong Jamaica Labour Party seat. It was formerly represented by Mike Henry, if I am correct.
Yes.
Yeah, so the seat is expected to remain with the JLP. In Clarendon North Central, the current Minister of Works, Mr. Robert Nesta Morgan, is expected to retain this seat as well for the Jamaica, defeating the PNP's O.J. Dixon. In Clarendon Northwestern, this may be interesting to some. The Jamaica Labour Party's Warren Newby is forecasted to win this seat and defeat the PNP's Richard Azan. As you know, this seat would have been represented by Mr. Henriquez. However, after the JLP did their internal assessments and whatnot, it would have been determined that a new candidate would have been
we just heard that that seat will create history, right? It will be the first seat that will send a monkey to parliament.
Yes.
And if you know what we're saying, is that Mr. Azan called Warren Newby a monkey. So the people are going to send the monkey to parliament and not the monkey owner.
Yes.
Oh
boy. Alrighty. Going over to Clarendon Northern. This seat is also expected to remain with the Jamaica Labour Party. The JLP's Dwight Sibley's is expected to defeat
first ball duck.
Carla Watts. No, sorry, Wavell Hines.
First ball duck, right? Yes.
Yes. So listeners, I'm going to skip over Manchester and I'm going to go to the western part of the island. I'll save Manchester for last, because I know many persons want to know what's happening in Manchester. I'm going to do Manchester last. Yes? So let's go to say...
Sorry, I'll allow neighbor to commentate on those, yeah?
Yeah, shall we? So in Westmoreland, this is very interesting, as some time ago, the forecaster would have had Westmoreland Eastern and Westmoreland Western leaning to the People's National Party, and the only stronghold for the JLP, Westmoreland Central. This was the only seat at the time that would have been, remaining with the Jamaica Labour Party. But after, what has happened, and as you know, in political season, time is an ever-changing thing. In Westmoreland Eastern, it is projected that the Jamaica Labour Party's Danny Lawrence will defeat the PNP's Dr. Dayton Campbell. In Westmoreland Central, it's projected that the JLP's George Wright will defeat the PNP's Dwayne Vaz. And in Westmoreland Western, it's projected here, though it is a lean to the Jamaica Labour Party, it's projected that the JLP's Garfield James, who we know is a former councillor of the PNP who switched allegiance to the JLP, it's projected that he will win this seat for the JLP and defeat the PNP's Ian Hales. So in Westmoreland, we are seeing, as forecasted here, a clean sweep for the Jamaica Labour Party. We move on to St. Elizabeth. In St. Elizabeth, all 4 seats are being projected to return to the Jamaica Labour Party. What's interesting most here is St. Elizabeth Northeastern. As you know, in Northeast, as we have it, that Mr. Slowly hanging on by a thread, some may say, clearly winning in St. Elizabeth.
Why do you have West? Why do you have West? Sorry.
No, it's a mistake name. that just misclicked it a while ago. Yeah. In St. Elizabeth Northwestern, the JLP's Andrew Morris is expected to also retain this seat, and he will defeat the PNP here. In Southwest St. Elizabeth, the JLP is the bellwether seats. In the past 5 elections, it has been seen to vote with the winning party of that election. Yes, that seat is expected to remain with the Jamaica Labour Party, and Floyd Green will be returning to Gordon House, defeating the PNP's Dr. Miranda Wellington. And in St. Elizabeth Southeastern, it is expected that the JLP's Franklin Whittor will defeat the PNP's candidate here, and he will also be returning to Gordon House. Now, listeners, we have finally reached that point where we are at the parish that everyone is wondering about, Manchester. And I'm not sure if neighbor will agree with me, but I heard this opinion recently. I'm not sure if neighbor Barry will agree with me, but I heard someone say recently that if you want to know who is winning, you go to St. Elizabeth. If you want to know how much that person is winning by, you go to Manchester. That was an opinion I heard. But going to Manchester, in Manchester, let's start with the obvious seat of Manchester Northeastern. Now, Manchester Northeastern, a very interesting seat. Valentin Wint would have been here for a while. As you know, the JLP would have been absent for a particular period of time. As you know, the JLP's Audley Shaw will not be running for re-election, and the JLP spent quite some time finding a new candidate. And eventually they found their candidate in Audrey Marks. And Audrey Marks has been, as we'd say in the Jamaican vernacular, mashing up the place down in Northeast Manchester. And listeners, it is projected that Audrey Marks will retain Northeast Manchester for the Jamaica Labour Party. We then move to Manchester Central. Manchester Central is Rhoda Moy Crawford, and she will be going up against the PNP's Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell is the mayor of the Manchester Municipal Corporation, and as you know, he would have replaced Peter Bunting, who would have fled to Manchester Southern. Now, Manchester Central is also being expected to remain with the Jamaica Labour Party, and Rhoda Moy Crawford will return to Gordon House. She's a proven MP, right? It is my that have been done in the constituency. Out of the 3 years of constituency development fund that was not used by Mr. Bunting, she has used that, and she is a storm down in central Manchester. Rhoda Moy Crawford expected to return to Gordon House. In Manchester Northwestern, this one will be one for the books on election night, listeners. In Manchester Northwestern, it is expected that the Jamaica Labour Party's Damian Young, Mr. Job Boss himself, will send the son of former opposition leader Peter Phillips, that is Michael Phillips. It is expected that Mr. Young will send Mr. Phillips packing. This one will be one for the history books from election night. Only on 2 occasions, I believe, the JLP won this seat. 1980 and 1983. And in 1983, we know that that election was uncontested. So really, only one time this seat has been flipped by the JLP in 1980. And it is expected that the Jamaica Labour Party through Damian Young. It is a lean JLP seat, of course, but it is expected that Mr. Young will send Mr. Phillips back in. And finally, in Manchester Southern, a very interesting seat. Of the People's National Party running up against Ian Ives. Now, in past forecasts, it was always forecasted that Mr. Bunting would win this seat, or it was leaning to Mr. Bunting on the basis of him being a political juggernaut, some could say. He's not new to politics, right? Mr. Ives, somewhat new to politics. He's a businessman, son of the soil in Manchester Southern. And of course, there were some concerns because, as you would have known, after the leadership race, there were a few divisions within Southern Manchester as it relates to the JLP candidate there. Listeners, it is being projected that Manchester Southern will be won leaning, but it is being projected that this seat will be won by the Jamaica Labour Party and their candidate, Mr. Ian Ives. It's being projected as well that because of this, the of Manchester. This one will be one for the history books. Just showing you the national map again. As you can see, there isn't really much difference from it. The only difference here is one, Hanover Western is being forecasted to flip to the People's National Party, and the PNP's Heather Miller-Bennett will defeat the JLP's Tamika Davis. Additionally, on the eastern end of the island, St. Thomas Eastern is being forecasted to flip to the People's National Party as well. And the PNP's Yvonne Rosemary Shaw is being forecasted to defeat the JLP's Michelle Charles, Dr. Michelle Charles here. And in Kingston Central, it is being forecasted that the PNP's Steve McGregor will defeat the JLP's Donovan Williams. However, zooming in on Manchester, it is being forecasted that the Jamaica Labour Party's Damian Young will send the PNP's Michael Phillips packing. So listeners, I know many of you are wondering, what is the final count for the forecast? And listeners, I'll give you the final count right now. As a matter of fact, for those who are wondering where this is Jamaica Observer. I'm using the prediction map feature that they have on the website, listeners. So Jamaica Observer, go to Jamaica Decides 2025. There's a prediction map aspect. Listeners, let me just also say as well, this is not my forecast nor neighbor's forecast. This is done by KC. KC is a member of the Politics Plus team. So this is a forecast that was done by KC. KC would have went into the field, spent his time, got the numbers and what the general
Yes, Tari is on a little bit of a itch there. Come up back, Tari. Come up back. Still here with you, listeners. Tari, are you there still?
Yes, neighbor, I'm here.
Tari, well, but Tari is gone. We have lost Tari. Let's see if we can get him back. And wow, boy, I tell you.
Neighbor, I see our listeners have stayed with us for the entire evening, yes. Neighbor. They are so interested in the forecast. Are they doing a vigil, neighbor, for tonight, wanting to be up tomorrow? And so I expect that nobody will shut there until after 5 o'clock tomorrow when the polls start to come out.
Yeah, what a fantastic program this is today.
Yes, it
wow.
Is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I cannot tell you, it tells you, neighbor, that the people are so energized. They have shown such great interest in what is happening in the politics, neighbor. And where I see all of this interest being generated is coming from the Prime Minister and his campaign. The level of excitement that has been generated by his campaign has never been before seen in Jamaica. And that is why we are going to see some changes or some flips in Jamaica that's going to surprise us.
Yeah. Well.
Good night, neighbor.
Good night.
Barry?
Yes?
Well, I am a Michelle Charles.
Tari, are you there? Ma'am, you have to do better than this, ma'am. Just come up on the box and it's just pure nice, ma'am. Chap. Mommy, you have to clean up the background, man. This is being broadcast around the world, Open your microphone and speak to us, ma'am. Tari, are you there? We're not hearing Tari at all.
We hear what lady want to say, neighbor.
Yeah, go ahead, miss.
Hi, neighbor. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Just give me a second now. There's a lady from the
Tamara. Yes, Tamara. Let's see what you have to say, Tamara.
Tamara, unmute your microphone. Okay, caller. Go ahead.
All right, so I am from Eastern St. Thomas. And I'm seeing a projection where it's showing that in the PNP column, they would win. Well, let me tell you something. That's not true.
Well, that's good news for us.
Barry, yes. We have 4 divisions.
Yes.
We have the Dalby division, we have the Morant Bay division, we have the Bath division, and we have the Port Morant division. The division that holds the most voter is the Dalby division.
We're listening to you, ma'am.
When we do, so we actually have like 13,000 plus voters in Eastern St. Thomas. Dr. Michelle Charles won Fenton Ferguson by 700 something vote. I don't remember the quite numbers, but I think there's 700 thereabout. Mm-hmm. And this vote comes from the Dalby division.
Yes.
Rosemary Shaw cannot pull out 700 plus voters to gain this seat. So I am confident.
Mr. Mara, while this is politics plus forecast, right?
Mm-hmm.
There are those of us who have different ideas and different views as to what will happen. Because I still hold on to my projection that the Jamaica Labour Party will win 53 seats. Right?
Okay.
So if that is the case from me, right, I am just actually an analyst tonight on Neighbours program. So I'm listening to the forecast, but if my analysis is correct, I would see the Jamaica Labour Party winning about 53 seats, given the traction that we see coming from the Jamaica Labour Party, and given what we see the Prime Minister is doing, the popularity of the Prime Minister, and the lead we now have in the poll, that should take us.
So Barry, yes. I don't cut you. So I see 2 seats where they put the PNPs. My seat and Donovan Williams. Those 2 seats will remain in the column of the Jamaica Labour Party.
In my forecast, I have them in the Jamaica Labour Party.
Damian Crawford's seat, which is Newton Amos, will be history because Newton Amos will becomes the victory man in that seat for the Jamaica Labour Party.
And if you listen to me, that is my sentiment. Did you hear me?
I was listening to you, Barry.
Yes.
Come come back in the Hanover seat down there in Tamika Davis, I project that seat Tamika will retain as the Member of Parliament.
I don't have the Jamaica Labour Party losing any seat. I have them picking up at least 3 or 4.
Exactly.
And I am bold enough to say, Mr. Mara, that I am bold enough to say that the Fitz-Jackson seat is one seat that I am eyeing as one of the seats that will surprise a lot of people on the night of the election.
And the St. Mary Central seat that's down there, Mirage.
If Mirage win that, it won't be a surprise to me.
All right. Barry.
Yes.
To be fair, the projections are the Politics Plus forecaster that we have hired that have given us this. This is what we are presenting to the public.
Naturally.
Yeah. So let's stick with.
Tara would have explained that to the listening public.
So as of tonight,
yes,
these are the projections from our forecaster.
Right.
There will be no change.
There will be no changes. And like I said, everybody will have their different views and opinions.
We understand, neighbor. Neighbor, we understand. We understand.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact,
he's just giving her views on what she sees, neighbor.
Eastern Westmoreland was just moved out of leaning JLP to leaning PNP last week. For some reasons that we do not want to say here. Some reasons that
Eastern Westmoreland neighbor?
St. Thomas.
Oh, sorry.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
St. Thomas. Sorry. I'm talking about Michelle Charles. Yeah, that one we are suggesting is going to be difficult to be won under the circumstances. But remember that, ma'am, that the forecast has a margin of error of 3%, which affects 6 seats, and that's one of them that is affected. So Charles, there are 6 seats that we have called. I think 4 may go to the Labour Party and 2 to the People's National Party. This forecast, you see, ma'am. Hello. She's gone.
She's gone, neighbor.
It has a more than 90% accuracy. Listeners, tomorrow will prove that. Keep your map.
Neighbor,
keep your map.
Let me just give the final count because I wasn't able to do that.
Go ahead.
Yes, and my apologies because I had actually dropped off for some reason. Then I came back on, and when I came back on, neighbor actually heard some bikes and some vehicles passing my gate, neighbor. So, yeah. But going back to these numbers now, so listeners, from this forecast, the PNP, after I would have explained to you that they flipped Hanover Western, St. Thomas Eastern, and Kingston Central, and the JLP would flip Manchester Northwestern, the PNP would finish this forecast with a mere 16 seats. To the JLP is 47 seats. Right?
That's it.
So that is the forecast in essence, listeners.
That's Casey's number. The Labour Party is winning the election with 47 of the 49 seats. As I said to you, there is a precautionary margin of error where there are 6 seats that may change hand, and therefore that's how we see it. That's how we have it.
Yeah.
All right, listeners.
And neighbor, you have to understand that when the callers who are probably in a particular constituency, they are going to be voting for their candidate. And I mean, when they come up here and they don't hear their constituency call in a positive way, they are going to probably tell you why they think their constituencies are actually going to be won. So
yeah.
That is
go ahead, caller. Go ahead, caller.
Hi, neighbor. Is it my time?
It's your time.
Okay, thank you. So, neighbor, I listened to Casey's predictions last night, right? And I really want to talk to you about Manchester because based on the projections, it'll be a clean sweep for us. I'm with RJ Marks. That's where I'm voting tomorrow morning. However, when we look at Rhoda Moore Crawford, we talk about her performance and how well she has done, which is true. However, persons are speculating that in the local government elections, she lost her 4 councillors. None of them won. And they're looking at that to say the seat is somewhat flipping. And, you know, it sits in the back of my head, even though I look at the work that she personally has done. I don't know, neighbor, if you have any views on this, the fact that she lost all 4 councils in the local government, if we're still strongly saying that seat is safe.
Yes, ma'am. When was the local government election, ma'am?
In December last year.
No, it wasn't December last year.
Wasn't it in February? I'm sorry.
February, right.
Yeah.
Now, the fact of the matter is that there are a number of factors that goes into a forecast. The weight that we put on the local government election is small, not to be dismissed, but it is small. And the reason why it is small are several factors. One, that the way people vote in a general election is different from the way they vote in a local government election. In a general election, people are voting for a prime minister. They're voting for a party. In a local government election, they are voting for councillors.
Right.
If you note also that local government elections do not attract much interest.
Right.
They attract very low turnout, and people tend not to that in February last year, the Labour Party was not electorally viable as they are now. It is clear from the local government elections that the PNP was in the ascendancy politically. They won the popular vote. The Dun and Dism poll tells us that the PNP since last year lost 9 points. Even Blue Dot, which had the Labour Party, I think, 3 points ahead, now have the party 13 points ahead. Do you see where I'm going, ma'am?
I see clearly.
Yes, and therefore you can't put the weight of the local government election as a predictor of what is going to happen tomorrow. It is going to throw you off.
Right.
Significantly. And I heard Mr. Phillips, Mikel, making the same point, that he won all of his divisions. Well, in a general election in Jamaica, you know, ma'am, here's how I break it down. The majority of people going to the polls tomorrow are not going to vote for Miss Crawford, you know.
No.
Do you know that?
Yes, it's Angela.
They're either going to vote for the leader or the party. The member of parliament is not getting more than about 10 to 15% of the vote, you know. Like Rhoda may be very good. She may get a little bit more, but I can tell you that the majority of people going to vote tomorrow in central Manchester will either be voting for the Labour Party or they're going to be voting for the Prime Minister. We largely vote for presidents in Jamaica, although it's not a presidential election. So Holness was not really on the ballot last February, nor was Rhoda. They're on it now. So the what is going to drive the people to the polls is the minimum wage increase, the reduction in crime, the reduction in employment. These are the national factors at play tomorrow. Nothing about the local government now.
Well, thank you for explaining it that way, neighbor, because I was really also thinking about it, but I wasn't looking at it how it is that you are explaining it now. Right?
Yeah,
So,
and that is just one factor in terms of forecasting, ma'am. That's just one factor. You also have to look at the strength of the candidate vis-a-vis the opponent. Rhoda has a national profile. Even though Mitchell is the mayor of Mandeville, not many people know of him.
all right.
And then you have to look at the performance.
Fully agree with you, neighbor.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right then. Are you there, ma'am?
Yes, I'm still here, neighbor.
All right.
So that was my main concern for now, neighbor, that I wanted you to give me some clarity. And I think I'm good with everything else. So I vote for RG Mix, and I am from Westmoreland for Darrell Vaz. So based on my areas that I am located in, we're good. We're very much good there.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All right. That's going to have to do it for us tonight. Listeners, until tomorrow, we should join you again. We thank you for staying with us, and we hope that you will join us tomorrow so that we can continue this broadcast. Thank you so much, Barry.
All right, neighbors. Tomorrow.
Oh, great.